Should wear it more often.
Oh, Josh is here.
Oh,
I thought he was
Josh
late.
is here. You lied.
Well, he was late for being on time. He's not late for the whole stream.
You were.
All right, hey everyone.
10 minutes.
Good to see everybody popping into chat already. Welcome to Blue Box.
Farts.
And you should be seeing now not only our starting soon screen, the brand new starting soon screen animations that we have. This is all based on the artwork of Cowboy Hob, but now includes some cool animations that have been added to it. So hopefully you're seeing that and enjoying that. Also, you're going to see our follower goal is now in the bottom right-hand corner. And that follower goal also is augmented by the chat that you see in the upper right-hand corner. So you can now see your own chat stuff on the screen, which is really nice because then it will also transfer over into YouTube. So when we export these now, people that catch our streams afterwards are able to actually watch the chat on the screen as well on YouTube, which has been requested several times.
Oh, why? How dare you?
I'll have to get some tips from you.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, good to see everybody in the chat. Hey, old school. Let me get everybody's faces in the right spots. We also have the, I realized we didn't have little face shots of the characters on Greyhawk Awakening, which I have done on other streams, so I fixed that.
What do you mean by face shots, John?
I mean the bust of the characters.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. Yes, I should have gotten that.
I just want to make sure.
Okay. Are you not in the mood for those jokes tonight, Josh?
No.
I didn't think so. You seem like perhaps you weren't all in favor of those.
I'm never in favor of any inappropriate joke. This is a family stream.
Hey, who the heck are you?
This is a family
What have you
stream.
done to Joe?
What is inappropriate? Yeah, he is very defensive. Yes.
My backdrop's also rough because I had to move my whole living
Setup?
space around. Yeah.
How come?
Was that a choice or a had to?
Had to. So effectively, there's a secondary door in my room that leads directly to the outside. And fire marshal came through and was like, that can't be there because I had my bed right in front of the door. So that if anyone was going to try and just like break into my room, because it's not a very sturdy lock, they could easily do so. So I had my bed right in front of me, and they're like, yeah, that's going to have to move. And then my roommate told me, he's like, yeah, so they're actually coming back through to do a double inspection to make sure you did that. And I was like, freak. So because I took a photo of it, sent it to management, and they're like, okay, yeah, this is good to go. Thanks, Josh. I'm like, sweet. And so I moved everything back. And then my roommate was like, yeah, you got to move that yesterday during my workday. And so I got up from my computer and pulling everything around my room to make sure it all fits and is up to code. And then they never came to check my room.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Josh, was his name Bill?
What's the joke? What's the punchline? Come on.
I'm ashamed John doesn't get it. Who came to visit you?
Are you going by this? Is this like Saturday Night Live stuff you're doing?
There you go.
Oh, golly, Rory. That's way old. Way old.
Yeah,
I barely even remember
I
that.
didn't get it.
Yeah.
It's like, this sounds like an old person joke.
It's older than me joke, so that's bad,
Fire
Rory.
Marshal Bill. It's Jim Carrey.
Thanks. I appreciate that, Hob. You're a unit of measurement. All right. So we are heard. Let's go ahead and be seen because we got to hurry up. This is Vivi's short night.
Have Becca today.
Yes, that's right. Becca had a doctor's appointment today. She told us a month ago she would be out today, but she will be back next week. And as we get ready to kick this off, please check out our new stinger. Everybody who was with us on Sunday has seen this. The transitions and slobs are called stingers. So as we transition to our live, I want to see if the folks in the audience who were not with us Sunday, if you were with us Sunday and you already know the answer, please do not answer this. I want you to tell me how many dragons you see. So when this stinger, count the dragons. 3, 2, 1. All right, pop it in the chat. Don't answer if you were here Sunday, but if that's your first time seeing the stinger, tell me how many dragons you saw in that. No.
You can't.
The number of Rizzies.
Here, I'll let you see it one more time. Here we go. Ready? Cecil of 4. Josh, come on. Jeff, weren't you with us on Sunday? You already know. Right, exactly. So it's 4. You got to count the one in the logo. So it's 5. 5 dragons, and the stinger is 5 seconds. So here at Blue Box, you get a dragon a second in our transitions. That is how we roll.
Those are some good numbers, I tell you.
That cannot be correct, Robert. There's no way. There's no difference in these. Everything looks identical on my end. Can anyone else confirm? Does the volume sound quiet now that we're on the starting screen? Any other folks in the chat? I can't.
The chat is seeing very chat. Volume seems.
Sounds good to you. One red. Had to turn down on the starting screen and then back up here. Okay. Well, okay, that's just Robert. Can anyone else confirm that? Because Robert, I believe, has been drinking tonight.
Robert, how dare you?
Had a few whiskeys.
Because there literally is no difference. The volume settings are identical.
Why can I not?
All right. Well, we'll sort that out later. I don't want to take any more time with that, but it sounds like everybody's saying the volume is good now. If you had to turn it up a little bit, sounds fine to you. Okay, great. All right. So we're going to start off tonight. We're going to go straight after I do this into our. What happened last time and character introductions. Let's keep those quick. It's our short night tonight with Vivi, so we want to get right into the action. And of course, we had combat. But I did want to start tonight by playing for all of you and all of our Tuesday night folks that were not with us on Sunday, our new theme for Blue Box, courtesy of Joffrey Triskel Clefs. You would see him in the chat as the storycaster of Dice Songs. And it is a pretty cool track. We'll have this divided into 3 sections as well to be used in game. So here it is. All the admins collaborated on this, helped us. Thank you to Phantom, Robert. Thank you to Amanda. Thank you to Rory. Thank you to Josh. And not you, Josh, the other one, the one that actually does stuff for us.
I got you, man.
The helpful one.
I can help.
And thank you to Thomas. Here we go. A Call to Heroes. Yeah, I saw you in there, Joffrey. So that kind of that underlaying piece there that's moving in the melody, that's commonly called, I guess, by the music folks, an earworm. You hear it a few times, it will stick in your head.
I don't believe it.
You're just bitter, Josh.
Hey, John.
Hey, Josh, you're just salty.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so used to being the Zoom lead. I wanted to mute you so badly. I was like, I can't do that. I don't have that power.
I was gonna say, why do you?
I'm just gonna mute myself this whole game. I just won't talk.
I'll do us all a favor.
Shut up. Get out of here.
Cry,
I love
and
you.
let's put you on the big screen.
You're ruining the song.
Then you get kind of the dwarven piece.
Heck yeah.
You'll hear the anvils and the hammers in the background. I will next time, Joffrey.
Those aren't hammers and anvils.
That I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't.
I can't hear it anymore.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Gotta squeeze your headphones in your ears.
Squeeze.
Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Thank you, Manda.
Okay,
I love
this is super sick. Now we
Wait.
just need the metal.
Here's my voice. I have 3 words.
That's
The metal version.
That's a really good. Yeah, that's really good, John.
really good. You know what? Is an earworm? That's an earworm.
Yeah, that's an earworm.
Open the gates in my ear all day.
Open the gates!
What are you doing?
John, I just want you to know my mom's called you out. She texted me saying I am helpful.
You are helpful. Oh.
Yeah, so John, you said that in front of my mom.
Josh, you know what happens to PCs whose mom comes to save them? That's like in high school when your mom does that, Josh.
Bring it. At least she'll save me, hopefully, this time. Mom, I got hit in the face with giant nuts. Literally.
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, you weren't. You missed so many good opportunities to make fun of
I'm
me
sorry I
last
had
game.
to make money.
Yeah, you don't
My
need
bad.
money. Come live with me.
You're
I'll take care of you, baby.
You want to come to Canada? That's where she wants
No.
to go.
It's cold.
Yeah, Canada's way better than wherever the heck you are.
See, I told you.
What?
I love the bells.
Rory, in what way do you mean that?
Whoa, I missed it. What?
Hey, yo.
Hey.
And there we have it. Blue Box, a call to heroes. Thank you. By the way, Joffrey is also, he's going to be doing some other music for us, some battle music and whatnot. But he's also open for commissions. He does this stuff professionally. He's got some pretty incredible equipment. He's got access to some amazing tracks, like thousands of dollars of tracks and whatnot that he has access to. So we'll start posting his stuff in Discord and on our stream for other streamers that might want to do some of that stuff. All right, let's go quickly to what happened last time.
Okay, what happened last time? Previously on Greyhawk Awakening, the group find themselves facing the bitter cold of the winter storm in the Raker Mountains, noting a very large snowcat with a collar stalking them as they traveled, making no move to attack but just watching. The group run into 2 merchant travelers, a dwarven man and an elven woman, with a cart that introduce themselves as Marie? How do you say his name again?
Murrin
and Alcera. They have been traveling up and down the Rakers for 10 years selling goods. Rizia, being a snow barbarian, purchases furs for the group, seeing that the group mean no harm, mention magic items, which piques Rasmus's attention until he realizes he cannot afford to buy any of the wondrous items they have for sale. Better luck next time.
Chat's saying that the music is drowning out Rizia.
Oh.
Thank
Whoever
heavens.
that is.
It is a little loud, drowning out Rizia. Okay, hang on. Everybody quiet for a second. No, it shouldn't be. So that means Rizia's too quiet. Let me turn you guys up.
Rizia, start yelling.
1 second here. All right, Rizia.
Eat the microphone. Can you talk to me?
No, you should be fine. I turned you up. So let's keep going. See if that sounds better.
The storm continues to brew. The storm continues to brew, and the merchants heed warning not to continue. However, speak of a place of shelter behind a frozen waterfall. Before the group leaves, Val turns his Rico Suave on and speaks to Alcera in her native tongue before bidding her goodbye. Pretty sure she swooned a little. They make their way up the mountains to find shelter, the shelter that Marine had spoke about. The snowcat still stalking them. Val jumps with ease, followed by Rowan and Anaho, desperate to find another way until he reluctantly agrees to jump across and slips and falls into the freezing water. Rizia pulling him out of the water as she calls to Val to start a fire and to aid her. Rasmus thinks, oh, that looks fun, and slips into the depths of the water as well, hitting his head. Val attempts to aid a suddenly very mean Anaho. Rizia dives into the water to fetch Rasmus. The group make it into the cave and are able to warm up. Val and Rizia have a heart-to-heart in which Rizia asks why he chose to be loyal to Rowan, even though he doesn't bear the curse of Drax. Val reveals a lonely life moving around a lot, never making a true and loyal friendship until he met Rowan, and gives money to Rizia for the furs that she bought because he doesn't like owing people things. Anaho, frantically looking through his belongings, becomes defeated when a piece of parchment is ruined by the water and reveals a beautifully told story about his past. I encourage you to either watch that back or read it word for word in the session notes that Amanda had made on Discord because they're beautiful, about being a slave to the drow and the horrific torture he endured. Quote, the letter is not only a reminder that they watch you, but that family and friends have no place and they only make us weak. He continues on about death. And then Rasmus very profoundly saying, what I mean is that we all die twice. Once when our body and breath stops, and the second time when those who remember us forget, which completely goes over Anaho's head, and Val is super uncomfy with the topic and moves quietly to the mouth of the cave and looks out towards the storm. Morning comes and the group head out. We last left off dead center of combat, the group struggling to seek purchase on successfully hitting the two enormous snow creatures. Shut up. Rizia's arms snapping at the elbow, dangling from getting caught on its claw. Valfino's crossbow is broken. Rasmus's sword is shattered. Will the group survive? Let's find out.
Gosh.
Yes, and the summary that she wrote at the end with your little bit was fantastic, Josh. So let's quickly go around, introduce your characters, and I'm going to turn down this music and prepare the board. You should all have a link inside the Greyhawk Awakening team chat, so you can kick off the OBS and see my screen live as we're going, so you don't have that lag. We'll do that every week, and I'll put the new link in each week because it's going to be different each time. And kill that. And this.
Whoa, look at that. It's a tree on fire.
Wait, no, shut up. Where is that?
Rasmus on his back like usual.
Gosh,
All right.
Put it in the chat so it's easy for you to find.
Yeah.
you're amazing. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and introduce your character, Vivi.
Hello, my name is Vivi. I play Rizia. She's a half-orc barbarian who currently has her arm detached at the elbow and she's bleeding and she's on the edge of death. So we'll find out. Hopefully she doesn't die because we're supposed to be doing cosplay and I already got my stuff for cosplay, so that'd be awful.
Yes.
Because then I'm going to be played as dead Rizia then for the cosplay for next session.
That'd be hot. That'd be cool.
So that
Right?
so you heard it here first. Next Tuesday night, we will be having our first Greyhawk Awakening cosplay.
Great.
So
So I will either be dead Rizia or alive Rizia. So
Well-
I don't know.
I'm going to be in North Carolina
Yeah, they have internet there too.
at that time, but my
Yeah.
costume, that'll be
Oh,
tough.
okay. All right. Well, we'll figure
Because
that.
Hob also still needs to send me some armor.
Okay. Well, then, if we need
busy.
if we need to bump that to the next long night, we will. I'd like to have everybody for it. So if you won't have your costume with you, we'll sort it.
Well, okay, what we could do is I could do what I've been doing where it's like I put on a green screen and I make me the green screen and I just go like spooky scary boy that night.
Okay. All right.
You
We'll
just wear
sort that
a
out.
warm suit.
All right. Let's go to you quickly, Rasmus.
Rasmus, and now that boy's crazy. He's a level 5 Inquisitor. He's from the area of Nyrond. He's excitable, he's exciting, and he's laying on his back below some nuts at the moment.
He do be on his back a lot.
Hoping to be able to really help and prod prude and make sure that dude ain't gonna be a dangly dude no more, if you know what I'm saying. We'll see how this fight goes though. Whew, we're in a tight spot.
I'll take that accent
promise that.
all day long and twice on Sunday over your normal one. Well done. Let's go to you, Anaho.
Yeah, so I play Anaho, giant 2'11", level 6. Sorry, Rasmus. Not only weaker, but also weaker.
Uh,
A level 6 Slayer
give me my XP.
that has been having a horrible time after falling in frigid water,
You and me both.
shooting his crossbow now, missing 2 very critical, useful shots.
Very nice. Yes, and the poison is in the snow. Go ahead, Rowan.
Hey, my name's Rowan. I'm an alcoholic. Yeah.
That's it. That's
I
all
haven't
there
been
is.
able to polymorph
Hi, Rowan.
at all.
Hi, Rowan.
However, I am a werewolf. I have issues. My
A what
son is
wolf?
missing. And we're playing tonight.
I thought I was your
Outstanding.
son.
All right.
You're not Nathaniel.
And with that said, we're going to resume combat. And of course, you have done heavy damage to one of these two creatures. They are not Yeti. These are some things that some folks mentioned Yeti. They look like them, of course, on the Tailspire screen. But these are much larger. These are custom creatures, and they are nasty.
You want to tell me?
In more ways than one. And one of them is pretty heavily damaged. And Rizia, of course, her tricep ripped open, her arm broken. It is a bad spot. And I believe we are going to initiative. So who last time you guys won?
Not me.
So no, you lost. Actually, you lost. So we're going to rotate and let's go to Rizia. You're going to roll initiative. And Blue Box, episode 35 and 92 of Greyhawk Awakening begins.
I
Can we give
quit.
this to Rowan just because she wasn't here?
Yeah, can we have some?
Okay, yeah, let Rowan go. All right, so there we have the tree that's on fire. Here we have Rasmus laying on the ground between the creature's legs. Here we have Rizia dropped to the ground in a pool of her own blood as it drips and steams in the snow.
Like Rizia.
The icy Raker Mountains. The tree burning from the fireball that was cast from the staff that had been recovered from the goblins. And as we roll initiative, Rowan, what do you have?
5.
You have initiative. Rowan, since you didn't get to play last week, you, Ms. Alcoholic, with your 2 beverages in hand, go first. What would you like to do? Oh, by the way, also, you have your totals for your cheers in the chat. Amanda put those in. Please note, as a reminder, this is new for us. If you have 10 or more, you can trade 10 of those in for a full half action. A full half action can give you another set of attacks or a whole other set of movement. So you could actually get 2 full rounds of attacks if you use 10 of those and get that extra half action. All right.
John, start using yours.
I know. I have 13, and I'm going to use them tonight. Let's go ahead.
Disadvantage. Just do that.
I got 4.
I did send that in our group chat, by the way.
What's that?
I got a whole 4.
The points, like the bits and stuff like that.
Yes,
Plus
yes,
10s
it's-
and plus 5s.
Yeah, it's in the group chat now as well. Thank you. All right, so, and while I do, how is the volume? This is a pretty loud piece of combat music, so if you're hearing us okay and you're hearing the music okay, we should be good for everything else tonight, so put that in the chat. And also for the players, if anything is too loud, I can turn you up or down to yourselves and to the audience and to me all separately, so just let me know what you're feeling. Would you have, Rowan?
One of you.
One of the R's.
Rowan is going to sprint over to the left
Heck
towards
yeah.
the fire.
That's so sexy.
Okay.
What's going to be even sexier is this. Almost instinctually, she's been in situations like this before where it has been life or death. And the fact that 2 of the strongest people in this group are down, she's already out of options. With the lack of weaponry of the group, she takes her free hand and she presses it into the fire, allowing it to burn her hands. And she's going to be using that rage, that pain, to help awaken something inside of her because she can't do this alone.
Oh no.
Okay. You have no idea what she's doing. She thrusts her hand into the flame. You immediately see sizzling, and the skin starts to bubble. This is a fireball that's caught a dry tree.
That's hot.
It's already getting very, very hot. Thank you very much, Brungal. That goes to Rizia. She gets another one. And this round, giving damage only to yourself. You take 3 points of burn damage. The pain is searing. All right, let's go to you, Rasmus. You're
We're still not getting it. Was that my full action?
What's that?
Is that my full action already?
Well, yeah. If you're gonna hold, it's full action is 6 seconds. So you move over there, you hold your hand in there. That's gonna be a good.
I mean, well, I was saying if it doesn't work, I mean, she's trying to like awaken something. If that doesn't work,
Well, you don't know
she's
yet.
not gonna like.
You don't know yet.
She awakening something.
Yeah. So because you're not just like. Have you ever run your hand across a candle real fast? It doesn't actually burn. You have to stick it in there for a second. If you're gonna try to awaken it, you got to stick your hand in there and let it burn.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
right.
Cooking my hand.
All right, Rasmus. You're slapped to the ground. You pull a hair out from between your teeth. What do you do?
I do not do that. Bro, he's laying on the ground. He's got his broken longsword, so effectively a short sword at the moment.
A blunt short sword.
he's just like, come on. And you know what? Screw it. Actually, I wasn't planning on doing this. But he's going to stand up. I don't know if that takes a whole action to stand up.
No, but it takes half your movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful when you stand up.
All right,
No.
I'll assume you kind of move up a little bit as you stand.
No, he's standing straight up and
Poor guy.
stretching.
Straight up. All right. You are teabagged then. So what do you do?
No, I'm standing up and grabbing onto them and casting Touch of Combustion.
Yo, yeah. Nuts.
You know what? If I'm gonna do what I did to you, I've got to allow you to do that. Yes,
He's
I did.
pissed.
Okay, roll to hit.
Come on.
It's a touch attack.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. That's a natural 17.
Okay,
on it.
all right. Roll your damage.
Yeah, mother trucker. We're gonna burn your nuts.
Tickle those.
Yeah, tickling these nuts. Be offline. So that is. It also needs to make a reflex save.
All right. What is the DC? That's inappropriate.
14.
Is now blind. Don't read the chat.
I'm not.
14. He did not make the save. No, I rolled a 5.
Then he's also on fire. So from his lower half.
Okay. All right. You lift it. You throw flame. You hear a from the creature as it shakes and is in desperate pain. Roll damage, please.
Yeah. So he takes 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And on the first round thereafter, so on its turns, it'll take 1d4 points of fire damage until it puts itself out.
Yeah, and we're gonna give a little extra based on the sensitive
I
location.
wonder why. So I would like to move beyond the creature, so I like reach up, grab, set flame, and then use the next part of my movement just to step out from under to go to the back side of the creature. That's it.
Okay. All right. Hang on.
Oh, fire.
So you're gonna step through the creature.
Yeah, stepping out from under, because I set fire to it. I'm good. I want to step out from underneath of the.
Okay. So you come out on the Rizia side then.
Yes.
All right. That is your round of action.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Now let's go to Anaho.
F them balls.
Oh man.
Party of 31. Wow.
So
F them balls. Freaking stupid.
Well, that gives all new meaning to his like open mouth, scream, doesn't it? It's like it's like very different context for that poor mini. Okay, all right. So what are you doing, Anaho? Hey, Adam, thanks for the follow. Oh, we got a raid, Troll Lord Games. Thank you very much for the raid, TLG.
thank you.
Hey, don't mind us here. Just lots of anatomy jokes happening.
Nothing to see. Nothing to see.
I think he
bro.
needs to see a doctor about that.
That's a burning sensation.
If it's a burning sensation. Does that hurt when you pee?
Oh.
Okay.
If so,
Oh yeah.
All right. So Anaho, I need to know what you're doing.
I hope
Yeah.
this fire kills you.
How close am I to it?
You are exactly
12.5 feet.
14 feet.
I was close.
That's all.
Okay. What? So I'll go ahead. This one's messed up. Rasmus is on the other side with Rizia. So I'll go ahead and take my just a regular shot, but it's point blank.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and, actually, I'll move to the right 10 feet.
Okay.
kind
You
of
slide to the
circling around
right.
it.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'll just take my shot from there.
All right. Fire. Roll to hit.
Hit him.
And it's with a regular one, not with one of my poison ones.
Okay. That means you're going to hit.
Oh my goodness. What the heck?
I knew that was going to happen. Every time you use the poison, you miss.
did you
Yeah.
miss?
No, I got a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
But it was with the weaker poison.
Actually, it was 27 to hit, and it was without any poison.
Yeah, of course.
without.
I told you. Yeah, that's what I told you was going to happen. Yeah. All right. So roll your damage. Thunk. Finally, you hone in. Your crossbow strikes right in the thick of the meat of the thigh, right next to the flame.
You ain't getting that bolt back.
Such a bad day.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Whoa, he's got a whole butt and a half.
6 points of damage.
6 points.
He deadlifts.
All right. All right. I've got that. You see blood dripping down the burning white fur. Now we go to Rizia. Rizia, you see Rasmus pop up right next to you. Blood streaming from your arm, just now pooling at your feet. The creature again screams.
She will try to hit him back again.
All right. Roll to hit.
Second. Okay. Where's my die? Would it be handy? Do I want this one?
That's what's about to
Yeah,
happen.
that one.
18 plus 10, 28.
That is a hit.
One.
Roll your damage.
Second one. Hang on,
Finally.
let me do the second one. Oh, the second one is 3 plus 5, so that doesn't hit. First one, D12.
His buddy's just so aghast.
16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Okay.
Jeez.
Nice. You bury your axe deep in his hip. He is bleeding badly, staggering, but still ferocious.
Sincere swing. She'll swing with like one arm because she only has one arm left to hold with her great axe as she swings around across his hip, and she's able to hit it. You could see like her arm like just start flopping around at the elbow.
I hope I steal your kill.
Okay. All right. Anaho, I'm going to let you run Valfino tonight.
Ooh.
Spicy.
You know all of Alfino's stuff.
Diet Valfino.
Well, he currently
Diet
Valfino's within range, right?
Yeah. He's right next to him.
So he will go ahead and use his sword, his magical sword,
Oh.
and slash at.
All right. Roll to hit. You take that long sword. Valfino steps forward, slashes. He's about a little over knee high to this creature. Slashes at the thigh.
Let's go nat 20.
I don't know what his plus, but I got 11 on the die.
That is not going to hit. And he does he get? No, he doesn't get a second attack yet. He's not high enough level. All right, the creature's attack. This one. Go ahead.
I suppose Rasmus is in the way for Val to move around. Would Val be able to get over by Rowan?
Oh, by Rowan. Yeah.
Still within range of the creature, not moving.
Yeah. That's an attack action. You got about 15 feet of movement. That's easy to do, and you're staying in range of the creature, so you're not provoking an attack of opportunity. You're just sort of shuffling to the side. Now you're standing next to Rowan, and now the creature's attack. All right, so this one is in extreme pain and does not attack. He actually lets out another cry. He drops into the snow, splay-legged. Steam comes off the ground.
Dang it.
He takes more damage, but he has one goal and one goal only at this point, which is to extinguish that flame. Now the other one has Rasmus. This is simultaneous action, so Rasmus is just coming out as Rizia, so it's going to attack Rizia, and I'm going to use a +2 on this, so Manda, take +2 off, and it's a good thing I did. That is a hit, and then on the second one, I am not going to add anything, and that is a miss. Rizia, the claw comes across the right side, actually catches you in your left arm, the damaged arm. You take 12 points of damage as it cuts through and more blood splatters in the snow. Are you still standing?
Yes.
Oh, I have a hunch that's getting close. And his second attack missed. He does not get a bite attack this round. He will next round. And so we go back to initiative.
Come on, Rowan. Come on, Rowan. Do the thing. Come on, Rowan.
Escalators.
What?
I have a 4.
also have a 4.
Okay, all right.
Ooh.
Come on, John. Get a 20. Come on, John.
Wait, we're still doing the squares, aren't we?
Yeah, we're still. Yeah, don't confuse Hob. Come on, Josh. That's not nice. All right, what'd you have on this one?
That's to me.
It's so easy to compare.
Hey, Play Nerd Allies! Thank you for the raid. We got 13 folks coming in from our friends at Play Nerd Allies. This is probably a good time for me to mention a couple of the giveaways that we have tonight. We are for sure giving away a license to Tailspire. This is the VTT tool that you see me using now. This is $25, and once you have a license, you don't have to renew it. It is yours forever. So you will have a license of Tailspire if you win that giveaway tonight, which is $25. It's a fantastic VTT. Also tonight, we're going to give away one of these, the Mike Disney Overgourd print signed by Art of Mike Disney. And we will actually be having the follow-up one-shot to the Overgourd one-shot I ran last year on October 28th. I'll talk more about that in a bit. So we're going to have...
John, why do you not have one of those?
So that's going to be a blast. It's called Return to the Patch, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be doing this giveaway tonight. So for now, for the Tailspire, go ahead and type !TS, !TS, that's Tailspire, and you will be entered in the giveaway. It's already up, it's already live and ready to go. We'll be doing that right around the break. That won't be at the end. And then we'll do our grand prize giveaway a little bit differently tonight. I'll talk about that in a moment. But if you've joined us, if you're any one of the folks that's rated us and you're watching right now, but you haven't followed, or if you're a follower who has not subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, or if you're not enjoying the wondrous fruits of our Discord. Sorry, Josh, all those references just come to mind. We have one question for you tonight. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. Blue Box would love to have you be part of our community, and thank you again to all of our Raider friends. All right, Hob, what was your second roll?
3.
We tied again. We roll once more.
Like father, like daughter.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
What do you have?
Think about escalators.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you, sweetie. KT.
That is a 5. It was almost a 1.
You have initiative.
Oh my god, thank you.
All right, Rowan, I need you to roll percentile dice for me.
Pops are good luck charm.
That's two D10s.
Oh, now I know.
Yeah. It's one with it's a singular number and one with a tens number.
These, right?
Thank you very much for the subs and the follows.
Is that one's a D? Is that a D8?
Show
Do you
us
have a
the green
D8 and a
one.
D10?
Is
Do
it
they
this
both
one?
look the same?
It's a D10.
Yeah, that one, and you should have another one like that without the zeros on it. Or just roll that one twice.
Got it.
Okay, there you go.
I got it.
Yep, that other one was a D8, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it was, yes.
The D8, oh my gosh.
That's all right. Remember, she played under Josh as a DM for many months.
So I basically know nothing.
I'm having to undo all the bad stuff Josh taught her. All right, what's your roll?
Exactly. 89. How's that?
Okay, all right, and now I need you to roll it again. And this one is actually more important than the first one you rolled.
Get
Well, in
0.
that case,
Get 100%.
But I'm not telling you if you have to roll high or low.
Get 100%.
cool.
It's the
I'm not telling her if it's high or low. You know where those?
78.
You don't know where those dice have been.
Oh, she knows.
You're right.
She knows exactly.
Okay,
Knows.
so Rowan, as you subject yourself to this horrible, withering pain with your hand in the fire, you take an additional 4 points of burning damage. The skin blisters and reddens, starts to crack. You see pus starting to form. Then finally you feel a... You stagger back, and you see her hunch over. You have all seen this happen to her once before. She falls into the snow and begins to convulse. The garment split off of her back. Now, unfortunately, that second roll, you still have very little ability to control. There is going to be a percentage chance each round you'll be attacking your comrades, not just the enemy. But you are beginning the transformation. Now we go to you, Rasmus.
I know how to put you down.
Don't.
He's going to finally be able to pull out his shield, and he's going to move between Rizia and this giant creature and take a swing at it with his short sword.
with his broken longsword?
Yes.
Okay.
A short sword.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay,
Rizia's
come
gonna
on,
like
baby.
dangle her dead arm in
Come
front of me,
on.
like, "Don't take my kill."
Yeah, no.
I think Rizia is in favor of whatever he can do to help at this point.
Yeah, honestly.
No, that's gonna miss. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, and so you swing, and the blade is it's all wrong in your hand. The weight is all wrong. It has no point on it, and as you slash, you just basically trim some fur off the leg. Now we go to Rizia.
But what he's trying to do is he's really trying to get that shield up in front of Rizia, not to like keep her from attacking, but just to add like half cover or something.
Well, how are you going to do that? So how are you going to? It's high, it's above her, so it's swinging down. To protect her, you're going to have to hold the shield over her. How is she going to swing the axe?
She
How you
can
gonna do
step
that,
out and
nerd?
swing because she has movement and
swing
be able
under.
to step back or
Okay.
swing
Sweep it.
under.
Okay, all right.
Up to her.
All right,
By the leg.
I'll figure out something for that. Go ahead and roll to hit Rizia.
Hang on, John, give me a minute.
Oh, wretched lady.
Bastard.
No.
Type exclamation point TS in the chat to be entered into our Tailspire
Dang it, I
license
should
giveaway, just like this. like
Okay,
that.
I should just aim for
so
the
can
balls.
we explain cleave again? Because I have cleave, so it's to make an additional attack if the first one hits.
No, the way
On a different target, right?
if you
killed.
if on a kill, so if you kill a creature and there's an adjacent creature, you get another attack on that adjacent creature.
Alrighty then.
That's why Brim was so
you know
dope.
she's gonna go after that one.
Who even is that?
That ripped her. Oh, he's a lovely.
I miss Brim so
22
much.
to hit for the first one.
Oh, just
Just
missed.
misses. Ooh,
Yeah.
how many do I have? Can I add +5? I'm gonna add +5. Use it.
I don't think you have 5. Do you?
Yes, I do. I have like 12.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think she has like 1.
All right. Go ahead. So you add 5 to this.
With me,
All right. No, I don't want to fight with you. All right. So you can add 5, or you can use that for an advantage. Your choice. Statistically, it's very interesting. It's a kind of well balanced.
Okay, I'll roll for +5. Josh, is that what you're saying? I'm looking in the audience.
Quickly.
Okay.
While she's doing this, I want Anaho to be ready with his action. What's that?
9, 10,
With a kiss.
19. No, that doesn't hit either.
Nope.
All right.
Dang it, come on.
You're getting weaker and weaker with every swing of the axe as your blood seeps into the snow. You start to feel lightheaded and dizzy. Your arm, even with the shock and the adrenaline, the throbbing pain in your arm is a distraction, and you feel your strength ebbing away. Now we go to Anaho.
But I am going to move another 10 feet, continuing to the right, flanking around this creature.
Okay.
And I will place another crossbow in it. Another bolt in it.
No poison?
No, not in this one.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the nat 20.
No, I'm pretty sure I missed. I got a 18 to hit.
Thunk.
23, right?
It just gets lost in the thick fur. Actually, comes out the other side. You miss the leg and actually go straight through the fur. Now we go to Valfino.
But he is going to make another swing with the sword. Now this creature's down on his knees, correct? So much shorter.
Yeah, he's standing up now. The steam. He's put out the flame. Now he's starting to stand up. So he'll get 1 attack this round. He will not get 2 attacks.
Okay, so Val will continue to move around opposite of Anaho on the other side of the creature,
Okay, but staying engaged.
staying engaged.
Aw.
Ha!
Nice.
Funny punny. And he will take a swing at the creature again.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll to hit.
That is a 16 on a die.
Okay, a 16 on the die plus. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's a D8, right?
Yes. Plus whatever magical damage from the sword.
And then that'd be a 2 on the die.
2 damage. Plus what?
damage.
All right, so you have her stuff there. What's her strength bonus?
Well, you see, you didn't tell me this, so I don't have her stuff yet. I'm working on it, though. I'm working
Oh,
on it.
yeah. Oh, I thought you had it all the time.
Let's say plus
Aren't you
12.
guys
But her
mean?
strength, Her strength is 10, so it's +0 on her strength.
And then,
Jeez,
but the
bro.
sword is a +2 sword, I think. So it's at least
So
plus
+4, 4 damage. Yeah.
How does Josh know more?
I don't. I just identified the sword.
All right.
Who knows? So 4 damage.
All right, so the swing does damage. The creature turns and faces directly toward Valfino. So you're going to have to explain to Becca how you got him killed. You see now Rowan comes up out of the snow, ragged claws, tusks for teeth, ears poking out, legs snapped out of her pants, and rushes forward. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Which leg?
Wait, me?
Yes, you.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm rolling to hit?
You dingleberry. Come on, hurry up.
Diggly, 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 dang.
Fortunately, this is the closest thing to you right now, so there,
It's the nat 20.
Yeah, I'm taking take a picture.
no, it's okay. You rolled a nat 20? All right, roll again.
Roll to confirm.
Roll to confirm.
on.
God, that was all luck. It's not happening again.
Cut his
You
balls
never
off.
know. It could. It could.
Don't
Castrate that man.
Nope, 16.
Well, no,
16
hold
in
on.
total?
60. No, she doesn't know what her total is. Yeah, that is a crit. Roll percentile dice.
Yeah.
do it. You the same one you
Roll
did the last
percentile.
time.
So not the
I
D8,
forget.
the 2D10.
The
It shouldn't
square
have a
and the triangle.
No.
Yeah, yeah. 61.
61. All right.
Don't forget, she gets +2 her criticals.
No, she doesn't. All right, so that's
No,
a
unfortunately.
level.
Hey,
Thank you for trying.
Makes sense. That's a level 8
did the best.
to the leg. And this creature has. Let me see how much
level 8
damage
to the
it
leg.
has.
I take its toe.
I was fine with it was about the leg. Why toes? Toes are gross.
The toe, look at it, like it shake its hand. That's how big the toe is. How do you do?
Hello.
Kiss the tip of the nail, my lady. Like that.
Okay, all right. So, Hob, here's what happens.
Stop.
As you step forward in this new form, you feel power and strength coursing through your veins. Your cognitive ability is seen through a dim veil, only red rage and anger. Fortunately, this is the first thing you could see that was living, so there was no danger you were going to go for anything else. Now, what may happen afterwards is a different story. As you leap forward, the creature has its side turned to you. You claw, you dig in, and you hook beneath its kneecap. Let me read the crit to you. Being the monster that you are, you feel no compunction against going for your opponent's kneecap. Tearing it out in one spray of blood, the leg collapses into a hit, and he has a hideous scream, not even evoking the slightest sympathy from your animal form. I'm going to have you roll damage. You're going to triple that damage, and then I've got some other things I need to roll.
Okay, is that more percentile dice?
No, that's your. You're going to roll a D10, and then you're going to add your strength bonus, and then I'm going to add something else to your strength bonus because it's different now.
I'm gonna use my my bits, my 4. I'm gonna use all. No, not a 4. I'm gonna use 1. We'll use 1. That sounds good. Yeah, see, that sounds good. 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 points of damage, plus I have some additional damage that's applied. And wait, you got to so you triple the. But what's the base roll? What'd you roll on the die?
Base roll. Oh Lord, I'm already messing with it. I believe it was a.
Okay, so that
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
It was a 7.
It was-
Yep.
All right, so it'd be 21. Hob, tell me what it looks like.
It's quick. For those who had seen her transformation, it's almost like it happened even faster this time. You look, she's changing. You look again, she's now this grotesque, gangly, like in between of a werewolf and a human, as she moves quickly from side to side and with one fell swoop up. And you see a splatter of blood that goes across the snow and across the fiery tree. As you hear of a kneecap that falls, yet not too far away from the body that now lay in the snow.
All right, now, you have 2 living creatures visible. Your second roll was for control. Then when you rolled that 79, you do not have control. And so you
Here we go. Go after Val. Go.
begin rushing toward Anaho.
No.
With
I knew it.
With preternatural speed, you reach him in that same round, but you will not get an attack that round. And now the lone remaining creature attacks. Nice job there, Bob. All right, so this time, both attacks at Rizia again. I'm going to use another. So I've already used 3. I used 3. What did I use last time? Can you remind me, Amanda? I don't remember. I'm going to use 2 more on this one.
2 or 2, I think.
That is a hit.
2.
On that first hit, you take 11 points of damage as the claw comes through your shoulder this time, right at the neck, spraying more blood. You're almost ready to faint from loss of blood. Are you still standing?
Yes.
All right. Second attack. Second attack is another hit. Oh! Oh no 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 no!
Roll that damage,
Okay,
baby.
damage not as bad that time. 10 points of damage.
Whoa.
Still up? Then the bite.
Wow.
It leans over for the bite.
Does the shield help at all?
And somehow you manage to stagger away. The jaws snap right in front of you. A very important initiative here.
Ain't
Come on,
nobody
Hob.
breathe on me, okay?
Come on, Hob.
Oh, you're very fortunate. DM has a 1 on the die.
Hob, get a
Don't
1.
roll a 1, Timey. Okay.
Oh, 4.
You have initiative. Let's start. Why not? Let's start with Hob. Hob, your preternatural speed. You descend on Anaho. Anaho, you see this slavering creature, yellow eyes, fangs, claws, hair jutting out everywhere. As she comes at you, the claws, they're each like 4 inches long, like knives on the end of these fingers. Roll to hit. 2 attacks.
Slap me.
Well, I will.
Roll to hit. No, you roll to hit, Hob.
I know how to kill me, bro.
Oh, we're killing you.
You roll to hit.
Hob,
killing you.
Hob, you roll to hit.
Me?
You roll to hit.
Yes.
Roll low, roll low. My amazing rolls.
That one,
Don't-
that one, 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 that one.
I'm gonna hit. Okay, great. That's a 3. And then plus 3, 4, 5, 8.
All right, and, what's your armor class? Because you actually have a higher roll than that, but you don't know all your stats yet. I do.
17.
7. All right, now roll your second attack. Roll your second attack.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. 12.
Anaho, you dance away, stepping back, but you have this creature now standing in front of you. Now the other one is going to attack this round, and we'll come back to you guys. Just want to see who he's attacking. Man, Rizia, he is only focused on you. He is completely ignoring Rasmus. Anaho, what are you going to do?
Just as a point, that's because Rasmus is weaker.
Could be. All right. So what are you doing, Anaho?
Not where we stand right now.
I originally had different intentions.
Razus.
I definitely had a different intentions for this, like the big creature over there. But suddenly, with this other very large creature, because I would assume that you are not short like me, but you are suddenly in my face. So now with this one down, I would have been going for that that last bolt that I have that is still poisoned. I still have additional poison, but I have one with the Black Lotus poison on it. And with Rowan suddenly rushing me in this monstrous form that will probably overtake me, I will release point blank the Black Lotus bolt at Rowan.
All right, roll to hit. And I don't know how I'm not. The notifications aren't firing, are they? Let me test one here. I'm not seeing them. Oh, yeah, there it is. I must not just be paying attention. Thank you very much, Renreb. Where'd that 1,000 go to? And then Pat draws. Oh, my goodness. So, Pat, Renreb, that was for Rizia. So, Rizia, you got it +5 more. And then Pat draws. Wow. Coming through with the full heal and restore, which there was already a heal. And, yes, that's fantastic. All right. So, we'll make sure we have all of that tracked. Thank you very much, Mad Chatters. The support coming from you is amazing. Rizia is grateful, as is the party. Okay, so go ahead. What are you doing in Aho?
I'm going to use my
This may not be good.
Right.
I'm going to use 3 of my my bits, my +1s. I'm going to roll with my Black Lotus at
And you
Rowan.
get point blank, right?
And you're firing directly at Rowan, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Step, fire.
Oh, thank you very much. 1995 gave me another +1.
Oh,
No!
You see, Rowan, I use that
no.
because I don't hit anything.
And did you just roll a nat 20? Ah! He rolled a nat 20.
nat 20? I thought you rolled the nat 1.
Oh my! Don't blame me. All right, roll again.
Use them.
Roll again, Rory.
Don't blame the player, play the game. Blame the game, right?
That's right. That's right. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
No, game the player, game the man.
Yes, you're
So that was-
Josh, thank you.
So what is that?
Rolling again, that was 32 to hit on the last one with that natural 20.
Yeah, it would not. All right. All right.
There's a 32 hit.
I'm super sorry.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19, so that makes 28. But
Oh wait, no. So on a 19,
No.
you add 10% now to the crit.
Are you hitting good?
you should have saw me last week. I couldn't hit anything.
All right. So they get to use the crit tables now on themselves. How delicious! What's the roll?
Come on, Rory. Big money.
Percentile dice.
55 with the additional.
55. Okay, missile weapon.
Horrible.
That is a level 6 crit to the leg. And so we're going to go to
My
the
leg.
piercing damage. Level 6 crit. These are the ever mysterious critical tables. I know some of you have expressed interest in these. Let me know in Discord if you want, and I'll talk with Tim. We talk with him before we release these. I want to make sure they're used properly. These cannot be just given. You really should have a permit for these and a training course. These are deadly. All right, so...
As he says this as he's looking for the hob crit.
All right, so... oh my gosh,
worry.
you can't make this stuff up. Your weapon hits your opponent in the groin, causing dramatic bleeding and considerable pain. Your opponent falls to the ground.
This healing's gonna get real weird, Rowan.
Your opponent falls to the ground in agonizing pain and is stunned until the end of the next round. And then he can attempt to become unstunned with some con checks after that. Go ahead and roll your damage, double the damage, and then also apply the
Wait,
whatever she needs. Go ahead.
Is it magical or is it just poison?
It's the poison.
Okay.
gotta-
So then wouldn't it be half because it's a non-magical?
That's right. Yeah. So it'll be regular damage. So you don't double it because it's not magical.
Listen, I'm already at half health. Can't take
So-
much more of that.
So I'll roll it just to make sure here. Where's my thing at now? Here we go. I roll the damage for the attack.
Yeah. Right.
I planned that out for you.
6?
But then she has to. Yeah, I got a 1.
A
on the
1.
die.
All right. So
Yeah, I roll low, but she has to make a con save too for the poison.
that's right. Yep.
Hiya. Oh.
The growing, Groin. Nothing will be growing there for a while.
No. I'm barren now. Thanks for that.
You're a baron? Wow, I'm only a
Ow.
knight.
Shut up.
Josh, that's the worst. That is not Mad Chatter worthy. The Mad Chatters are much better punters than that.
Okay,
Yep,
so it's
con
a
save.
dirty 20. I rolled an 18 and then I got a +2 for con.
All right, you made the save. All right, so you just collapse in pain, stunned for the round. Now we're going to go to Rizia.
Would Rasmus go first?
If you want him to, I can let Rasmus go first.
Go, Rasmus.
I think the turns had been Rasmus before me.
No, but I move them around depending on what happened the last round. So, but that's okay. You can go
If you
first.
want to go for it, Rizia.
If you don't go,
I mean, like, I'm ready to, like, take a nap.
I'd say, Rizia, you go first. So if you can finish this creature off, I can focus on healing you.
Okay.
Not a sermon, just a thought.
That sounds like a sermon.
Roll to hit.
to me.
sounds kind of preachy to me.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Type !TS in the chat to join our Tailspire license giveaway. That's $25 value. Gets you permanent ownership of
But
Tailspire.
if you miss Rizia,
All right.
Yeah,
So
so
I
you don't
missed
have
the first
$25.
What's the roll?
Okay, I missed the first one. I rolled a 3.
Okay, that's a miss.
13. Okay, so I'm going to use 10
Okay.
of my points.
So you're good. So but you still get your second attack,
Yes, this is my second attack.
and then you're going to do a full half action to get more attacks, correct? Or you're saying you're using.
yeah, because you already have.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just keep swinging.
So you're going in a sort of a final rage of adrenaline.
Okay.
So you get
No.
Is an 8 plus the 5, so no. That's,
okay now on the
how does that work now when I'm...
on the half action you go back to the beginning. So you're going to get
Oh, okay.
the full attack half and then the less attack. So you burn through 10 of those.
Ha, 24!
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll the second one.
One is a miss. That's okay. It's a miss. It's a miss.
All right, roll your
If
damage.
you can't put this creature down, I can't heal you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm telling you. 9 plus 15.
15 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh,
9 plus 15. 9 plus 15.
oh 24?
24 points.
Oh, 24 points of damage. Rizia, tell me what it looks like.
There we go.
Okay, so she is getting, like, after being clawed and her elbow ripped apart from her arm, she's feeling that same pain and stinging shooting up and down her arm, just as she did in her leg. As she was swinging and beating at this thing. Even when she was dangling on the ground, dropping to the ground, she feels Rasmus come there, and she gains a little bit more strength because she has an ally at her side, and she swings violently and rapidly at this thing, wiping back and forth with the legs. Her arm is dangling back and forth as she finally makes good contact. She's going to get this thing right in the femur, and she catches it just enough to catch it, and it gets stuck in the femur, but she isn't able to rip it out. She has no strength. She gets it in there, and she's trying to pull it out, but she collapses to the ground instead in a pool of blood. Hers and the mysterious.
As the blood,
Not yet.
as your blood mingles with the creatures, you see Rizia also collapses to the ground, bereft of all strength and energy. And then all is silent except the gurgling blood and the whistle of the wind through the Raker Mountains.
Well, that and the
Yeah, I was like, any
horrendous
sound.
screaming.
And the moaning of a werewolf.
Yeah.
Question, John.
Yes.
With Rowan making the first save, she doesn't have to make any more for the poison, right? She overcame
Correct.
it.
That's correct.
I did it. Now I'm just.
And I'm backing away from Rowan. I
Yeah,
don't.
smart.
I
Yeah,
am.
Rowan's like still, and like it's almost like a disturbing sight. She's wriggling and writhing, and like it's almost like it's inhuman the way that she's moving, and her back is arching and just gripping into snow, and her jaw is almost detaches like that of a snake with these loud yowls and cries.
Very
Anaho
nice.
will actually run over to Rizia. Val will run over to Rowan though.
All right.
Val will have some a Wolfbane in hand, knowing from using it previously. But Anaho will go over to Rizia.
All right.
Val will just keep alert awareness that if Rowan can't gain control, then
Yeah, Rowan is not
She'll-
gaining
she'll-
control. You see, Rowan is now. So the stun was only for one round. Begins to come up out of the snow, eyes yellow, enraged, claws filled with blood. What do you do?
then with some sense of remorse, not wanting to inflict pain, but Val still has just one of his bolts with the Wolfbane, and stabs it into Rowan.
All right. Roll to hit just to, this should not be difficult. Rowan was prone as you're doing this coming up.
We've heard that before.
Yeah, just don't do anything.
18 on the
it
die.
Okay.
18 on the die.
All right.
That'll do it.
You puncture her thigh with the wolfsbane, and you see she shudders and she emits a horrible howl.
Oh, forgive me, father-in-law. As she
Forgive me, father-in-law, for I have screamed.
screamed. That's good. I like that one.
Yeah. And in moments, you see the body twitch, and the form slowly resumes the human form of Rowan, although very much immodest, laying in the snow, nearly naked. Now we
Hell yeah.
now we come to Anaho and Rasmus. Rizia is still conscious, but you see her blood seeping into the ground. You take another point of bleeding damage this round.
Oh,
I wasn't able to take my turn yet and used my spell.
No, I know that's going to happen
that's
now.
fine.
That was
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's unconscious.
Oh, you were at 1 hit point?
Yeah, I was like, come on, man.
That's fine. So you feel her slipping into unconsciousness.
That's 21 points of healing.
Wow, very nice.
No, wait.
Wow.
17.
Great.
Sorry,
17?
17 points.
Oh, well, way to let me know.
Cheap.
The healing power of Rasmus floods your form. The pain slowly recedes, but your arm is still mangled and throbbing. Your head is light, but you manage to sort of stagger to your feet.
I do not let
she
her get to her
wouldn't. Yeah,
feet.
I would probably.
I was like,
I would still be sitting.
Okay.
if she even tries to lean up, he's just going to keep his arm on her, and he's like, I'm not done.
Powers gave 200 toward Rowan's clothing fund.
Clothing fund.
Thank
As
you.
as you do that, she's kind of laying there, and all of a sudden you see her slip out of consciousness, and then you bring her back. She gasps up, and she tries to bring her arm, the one that's been dislocated, up towards you, and you could see her arm just like flopping off there.
Yeah.
Don't- Don't use it.
He's literally going to use his left hand to, not a hard slap, but like slap you in the face and just be like,
Oh my god.
shut up, look at me, stay conscious. As he's just going to be pulling his right hand down your arm as he's going to be doing another cure moderate wounds.
Wow.
Wait, I have a thing. I have a potion in my bag. Stop wasting that stuff. Stop it.
Let me roll a d20 to see if he hears that first. He'll use a cure light wounds and then he'll do the potion. Oh, that was
Okay.
a really good roll. That's 13 points of healing.
Okay.
More of the healing power of Rasmus. What potion are you referring to?
May Rasmus be with you.
Oh, I have full health restore.
No, that's not how that works,
That's
though.
not it.
It doesn't just appear in your pack, so it'll come in game.
What is this potion? I'm not finding a potion right now. Lydia.
Oh, sorry, I drank it earlier when I was. I drank it earlier when I was almost dying. You can
Okay.
use your. And
Oh,
she
now
kinda
I can
sees
use
she's
it.
like-
Now I can use yet again another. I swear.
You cannot be mad at
Father,
her.
help.
She is halfway out of everything right now.
He's gonna pause, keeping you on the ground, looking back at everyone else. Everyone else, heads up. What do we have?
What do you mean? We have 2 dead creatures on the ground and a lot of snow.
Keep an eye on anything else in the area. They have the
Yes.
hunting cats. Do not forget about those.
For sure.
And the injuries that need immediate care.
You
It's
might
gonna look-
want to go take care of Rowan after this. Something happened to her. And Anaho will crawl up onto one of the yetis. One of the creatures, onto its stomach to get a little bit higher ground.
Okay.
Boy went, something happened. I don't know.
All right.
Find it, it's not mine.
She's probably fine.
Well, it could have been worse. Could have been
It's
worse.
true. You know what? You are correct.
He's going to look over, see that Val is with Rowan. Is Rowan conscious?
Yeah, Rowan is now coming to consciousness. Rowan, you can roleplay that however you like.
She just wakes up and she's just like, oh, did we win?
The first thing as you wake up, you feel a sharp pain right between your legs, and you feel the chill snow cold on your skin.
Rowan, I didn't even anticipate this. Oh crap. Rowan taking everything in, and her kind of just having this jovial nature about herself, the way that she views and takes on trauma is through humor and wit. And at first waking up like, oh, did we win? And then, and she looks down, and at first going to her abdomen, but realizing that this bolt is lower. This bolt
is stuck right there. Yeah, it's not too terribly deep, but it's the.
It's not about how deep.
She feels the sting. It's right at the front. It's right in the section where she has a scar. And she holds on to that bolt. And as blood still pours and feels, she looks up at Valfino with tears in her eyes. Full, red-eyed, not saying a word to him. And just looks back down where this bolt is where she had first given life, and now she may not be able to give it again. That's her thought.
1d6 inspiration for you. Well played. Mark that down.
You.
Fantastic. What does Valfino do, Anaho?
With a very gentleness and kindness, he puts his hand on her shoulder and just non-verbally, just with facial expression, just relaying empathy, a softness in his expression. And you can see that he, knowing, these kind of just general puncture wounds from bolts, seeing if first what her response is, I may be able to pull it out. I may be able to remove it without causing further damage, if you would be so willing. But it will likely hurt.
Rowan, as they exchange this glance, Rowan just one loud, this one loud wail. And as Valfino's like, I can help you. I think we can without too much damage. She, okay. And just quietly she lays down and allows him to work on her in any way.
He'll reach into his pack, as he has often before for other reasons, pulling out a leathery chunk of meat. But instead of this time for food, here, take this and bite it. At least it will be something that will help ease some of the pain. And
Vivi, stop it.
A medicine check or some kind of something, just to understand how to pull it out. You said it's not too deep, so just wanted to make sure that it's removed without causing further damage.
It's going to cause, I hear you. It's going to cause further damage, but again, this is, you don't have particularly, these are not wickedly barbed, these are crossbow bolts. So, it's going to come out, it's going to damage, and probably you can tell it's not a situation where you're going to go through and through. It's only, a couple inches deep. So you just yank. And as you pull, you feel a screeching pain. You take 4 more hit points of damage, and as the bolt comes out, blood just starts gouting out of the wound.
And instantly Val will take a handful of snow and just press it on, trying to in just trying to numb it. If it clots this blood, great, but just trying to bring as much ease to the moment as possible.
Okay. All right. You take a handful of snow and compress it on the wound. Of course, we would also know this in common parlance as dirty frozen water. And you pile it on the wound, pressing. You do feel relief. Don't grab the snow with a poison on it. Good point, Phantom. No, you don't. You do feel relief, but it's still the blood is flowing. Let's come back over. Rasmus, you hear the scream. You see Rizia just kind of sitting there quietly, kind of pressing her hand to her head. Anaho, you have a good view, and you can see as you look out across, that tree still burns. You can see the partially frozen river that pours down into the cave that you stayed last night here. In fact, let me pull this up on the screen for everybody. The partially frozen cave that you stayed here last night, and then the pathway that you're following leads further through these pine trees and conifers here. You see no sign either of other of these creatures, nor have you seen that large cat that was stalking you the night before. All right, what's everyone doing?
John, would I know, just based on, this being my area, any knowledge about these things, or how they travel usually in packs, or if we'll see more, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
You had never encountered these Unfurum, and you don't know much about them. They were not something that you ever encountered in your travels. Looking at them now, you have this other one is fallen. You have a better sense. This looks like a mated pair. Josh, of course, was introduced Rasmus to the male.
Okay.
Nice.
Rizia would just sit in the warmth of her, the blood that's pooling around her, actually, and she'll take her arm that's almost detached, or I don't know how much is hanging into, but you notice that she kind of leans over and starts packing it in snow.
Okay, all right. You start packing it in snow. Rasmus, what are you doing?
Rasmus is just no. You're trying to pack it. He's no. He's that is no.
And she's weakly fighting you off. She doesn't know what the heck is happening. She's lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And she's going through a lot of charge. She's just pushing you off, and she's stop. Let me take care of it. I got it.
He's gonna have his left hand on your upper chest and just literally press. You will be no help to us in this format. Lay down, shut up, and let me do the one thing I am actually good at. Do you understand me?
And you feel this hand covered in blood, and she just comes up and palms your face.
he doesn't, he lets it palm his face, and then a muffled, do you understand me?
Yeah, lay down. It's cold though.
And he's gonna start, I'm assuming there's a branch somewhere nearby. He's gonna break a branch, and he's gonna start making a sling for her arm.
Oh, nice.
So that it does not further any damage going forward, and he'll be able to progressively.
Go ahead and make a heal check.
Yes, this is what I'm good at.
And
question.
Good roll.
Sorry, question, DM. My leg, was it my left leg? Am I gimp on both sides, or am I just gimp on am I balanced?
No, remember your leg was healed.
Fully healed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your leg was already fully healed.
I think that's a 19.
Okay, yes, you successfully bind the splint. She manages to get to her feet after some time, and Rowan, the bleeding eventually stops. You do have, you're accustomed to this, so you have extra clothing in your pack. I'm assuming that you're going to go ahead and robe. You still have, of course, the big white fur that you purchased from the traders, Mirin and Alsara. You have that, so you kind of cover yourself in it. And now you all stand in the chilly rakers, bloodied, broken, but not beaten. What do you do?
Rowan.
I'd like to think that we're all in the same area now, right? We're all walking with one another in the same.
Yeah, you haven't started walking yet, but yes, you're all together.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, cool.
He's gonna look over her, and I'm gonna assume he sees where the blood was and where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Do need healing.
No amount of healing can undo what's been done.
Val looks over to you, and a flash of just absolute seriousness. Why do you even ask? Of course, look at her, heal her.
My baby boy.
He's gonna look over at Val. Rowan, I need you to tell me. Do you need healing?
She says nothing. Not because she doesn't want to, but because she can't bring herself to speak anymore. Almost, you can see in her eyes that she's kind of desensitizing herself to the world around her and what's being said. So all she does is she removes her hand that she had over the wound, and she holds up shakily her hand that you can see is just perfectly silhouetted in blood as the blood kind of starts to pool again in the snow that was packed in that little area.
And he's gonna nod. That's better. Come here. As he's going to lead her around, still within eye shot of Val, but at least for some sort of semblance of privacy.
Okay. You kind of walk around, still in eye shot of Val, and you move behind the large
one of the bodies,
the one with the charred bits.
Yep, it's appropriate. And he's gonna like nod his head, and he's gonna kind of doff his gauntlet piece. Okay, let me see.
Again, without speaking, Rowan, removes the bits and pieces of what is left of her armor and leather and clothing. And as she does, where the crossbow hit, hits dead center right in between a U-cut scar where it looks like a baby had been taken out at one point.
There's no reaction on his face. He just looks and he's going to pull the rag out and pull down a bit more off the hip. I'm going to need you to wipe away a lot of this. And he's going to go for it and cast Cure Moderate Wounds. Wow, I'm really liking 13. 13 more points of healing.
Okay. With this, you see the wound closes, leaving a round scar. The blood's still around it, but there is no more blood flow. The pain recedes.
As he touches, and then he's going to like wipe his hand off in the snow and be like, once you're fully cleaned off and feel like your hip is less stuck, let me know. If you need any further healing, you must tell me.
Thank you. She doesn't make eye contact with you. She's kind of like looking down, maybe like into like your abdomen kind of thing, almost looking through you. Thank you. I'll be all right. Just need it.
I don't need you to be all right. That is not an immediate need. Just be ready. As he's going to move past with his gauntlet under his arm and kind of like backhand pat on her shoulder where she's leaning against the creature, and then we'll move forward and then redoff that gauntlet piece. And he moves up, and then before he can really get up to the group, he has to steady himself on the Yeti for a second.
It's not a Yeti, but I do like the bars steady on the
On
Yeti.
the Yeti.
I do have to tell you something. I neglected to mention this to you earlier. There was something that flashed through your mind, and I don't bring this up again for the sake of the humor of it. But when you were felled by the twain, as you hit the ground for the first time since your arm was severed, you felt the whisper of a raspy voice in your mind. And it was gone as quickly as it came, but it's the first time you've heard that voice in 2 days. And it simply said, "Really? You've got to be kidding me." And then it vanished. But at least that you know the voice is still there meant something to you.
And he leans, he would have, in this moment now, remembering that moment as it kind of comes back to him, he leans against the Yeti as he gets even more pale. And then pushes off the Yeti and just with a smile. As he's going to rejoin the group, redoffing that gauntlet. And all right, if anyone else needs healing, come to me now before we keep going.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Question 4 from Val. Is Rowan still wearing her furs, or did those shred, or were they...
No. The furs wouldn't shred. I mentioned that a moment ago. So they just sort of get shrugged off. They're not... They just layer over the top. So they just fell off. She's got that back on now.
Okay. Yeah. So Val would have just made sure of that, gone over. As soon as Rasmus was done, Val's over there by Rowan, making sure that all is as well as possible.
All right. So as the party now healed, felling the beasts, somber words spoken, healing words, a strange sort of bemused smirk on Rasmus' face as something comes to mind. And you set off again in the snow, your footsteps trotting, crunching in the snow. It's deep. It's about 2 feet deep here as you move, and becomes
Rasmus.
No, we just see a little gopher mouth.
Literally, you just see my head.
Get him on someone's shoulders quick. He's gonna catch the ammonia.
You're asking the wrong person, but Theresia. As he goes and lifts Anaho up with his right arm, he looks towards Ritzy and her hurtness.
She just looks just beat up.
He looks over towards Val,
What do you
who's
mean?
not very strong. He looks over towards Rowan, and he's just like, yeah, okay, that's right. Puts you on his shoulder.
You know,
Very
Rasmus,
nostalgic.
in another life, this might have been a different situation.
Yeah.
for those of you that have been with us a long time, that's a Greyhawk Awakening Book 1 reference to Gimbal and Brim. And you will see...
Sorry, Brill is forever.
Yeah, you will see Gimbal and Brim again, and probably not too far from now. So as you move through...
Don't you play games with me,
Don't you
John?
play games?
As you move through the snow, your feet chill. The cold wind, occasionally ruffling the boughs of the tall conifers, shakes snow down on top of you. The sun hangs high in the sky, but offers wan light and no warmth at all, unable to penetrate the chill of winter high in the Raker Mountains. And yet, even as high as you've gone, you look ahead at these imposing mountains, and you can see there is a great distance for you still to travel as you reach the peaks, moving slowly through the snow, bitter with the wind, throbbing still from pain and memory. Even Anaho's words the night before are still haunting your thoughts at the pain that has been inflicted in his life. And yet, there is something that is happening between you. You continue to feel a strength and a bond that grows with each passing trial, with each passing day. And with that, we're going to go to our one and only break tonight. As we go to break, type exclamation point TS in the chat. We're going to do that Tailspire giveaway right after the break. So you don't want to miss that. Also, we've been hanging around the 80s. We were at 87 viewers just a moment ago. You know what happens when we hit 100. The Dino shirt comes out, and we'll have another grand prize giveaway if we do hit 100 tonight, which I think we've got a very good shot to do. So we're going to go to break. As we go to break, I will play the Greyhawk Awakening map because we didn't have time to play it at the beginning, so I'll play it during the break and enjoy the artwork of Anna B. Meyer and the very cool soundtrack that was done. For that. And before we go to break, if you're watching today and you haven't followed, if you're a follower, you haven't subbed, if you're a sub whose sub has expired, no, say it's not so. And if you're not in our Discord, you definitely should be. If any of those things are true, we have one question for you on Blue Box. What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub. Blue Box, we'll be right back. What are you doing? What are you doing? I love seeing all the little emotes across the
That
screen.
blue dragon on the background
It's
looks
cute.
like a triceratops.
Oh, stop it, Josh.
It does.
Isn't that gorgeous? That's such fantastic work, Hob. Do you like the animations?
I do, but
don't
I'm also
know.
a perfectionist, and I need to draw the dragon's mouth open now.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I saw the same
Yeah.
thing. All right, so I need the dragon's mouth to be open, and we'll have the
There's a
animator
couple things
fix that.
I
Or
wanna
have the
fix.
ability to have it be hinged.
Yes. Well, that's you'd have like staging it.
Raise
Thank you, first-time chatter, Ray, for D&D.
lightning.
I
It
can do
shows
that.
like sponsors.
We are only 25 followers away from 2,000. Oh, now we're 24 followers away from 2,000. Thank you so much.
Send me that picture of that mini that you're holding in your hand, Josh.
All right, and let's go ahead and kick off our Greyhawk Awakening map.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Let me kill
It's pretty
that.
much done.
I want to see.
And
Gosh.
here we go.
Yeah. John, there's a couple of things I need to.
I know.
that
The transparencies I definitely saw as well. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
same.
yeah, the
I
transparency.
hated that.
We leave the mics hot during the chat, so you could still hear. I'm going to go get some water and refresh the coffee. And just keep it clean, Josh.
No.
It's
I'm
too
trying to
salty.
keep it clean. Yeah, exactly.
More-
But it's too salty.
More about me talking about how terrible my art is. So it's very translucent in some places that the layers are kind of
Your
like
mom's
messed up. Where I
translucent.
didn't realize that. Shut up, Josh, shut up. Anyway, no.
You
yeah.
shut up. Your work is beautiful.
Yeah, your work's incredible, you jerk.
We need to talk about the details again.
I'm just getting used to the editing portion of it. Don't call me a bitch.
I had one of Costco's chicken bakes for the first time today.
How'd that
How was it?
It
How
was,
that was?
good. How that was? It does.
How that was
that
good?
was good.
Good though. Good. I'm happy for you.
I am. I need to level up in hopes that I get more spells so I can heal more. Cause I don't have enough healing for John. Like I don't have anywhere enough healing. So what
The
was
only
that,
person
Rudy?
who's prepared. That's
was
a
that?
cigarette.
No, that was no cigarettes. That was cannabis.
Can't.
Are you doing shots?
That was
Stop it.
fucking. What?
I am amongst heathens, everyone. I am but a good boy.
Look at how cool he is.
Oh, that is really cool. You're getting boned
Ain't he
for
cool?
once.
If anyone wonders why I stopped showing up on these days, this is why.
Why?
Also-
You didn't send me a picture.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
What?
You dumb butt. Gosh.
Of his
Sorry.
face hitting those testicles?
Yeah.
If so,
Yeah.
can I please get the same picture for research?
Also, this mini I got from eBay for like $1, for like $2.
You know, at the dollar store they sell
I'm
D&D
so
dice.
proud of you.
I wish. I'm
Did you hear
kind of.
me? Did you hear me?
You said
No.
you hate how it looks,
No,
and
I
I
said-
agree. I understand it. My artwork's trash, but Hobbs is amazing.
Cobbs is amazing. I'm so super proud of the minis that you're doing.
I'm so excited about this mini too, because it's like a wood golem. It's like a totem wood golem, which I've already thought of a really cool one shot with it. It's that this village in the middle of the jungle has gone completely like just vacant. Like no one's there anymore, other than these like what you can see on it, those small hanging like stone totem heads, kind of like the Atlantis. heads,
Yep.
but like smaller, like small talismans. Some of them are larger, some of them are smaller, and they're just all different looks and types to them. Well, this creature, when it kills you, it effectively like uses your soul to craft a talisman. And so these talismans in the village are people. And so this thing is in the very center of the village.
Wait,
but
can they free them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. When this thing's killed or with like a greater restoration, you can free. Which, if anyone uses detect magic whatsoever, the whole place will light up with every single one of these totems being magical because these are souls. And they'll be able to see like these little will-o-wisps.
Ah, freaking cool. Okay, I'll be right back. I need.
No, you're good. John, I've actually been painting my minis. I'm proud. Sadly, this one manticore, its mane is not looking quite how I want it to. It's too orange. You get more red into it.
What's that, Josh? What's too orange?
The mane of this manticore.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah. I love the wings. I think the wings and the tail are perfect. The mane is too orange.
Yeah, those wings look really good.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it. That's the exact color that I wanted them to be. And I'm like, beautiful.
Thank you to Darren at Ferox Fabrications, one of our fantastic sponsors. By the way, there are several of you in chat that have giveaways that are going out this week. And Amanda's helped me get all caught up. So I'll read some of the names that are getting their giveaways sent out this week. Kyle, Sergeant Mando, Steve, Bloodwild. He's been waiting for a couple things for quite some time.
Yeah, Bloodwild.
Jeff, Moose, yours is coming. Lord Forth, we've got your Mantic box set coming. We're sending... stop it, Josh. Please, can you just grow up for half a second?
Oh my God, Josh, this is why we can't run anything. I'm so tired of you. Everyone thinks it's me, but really...
No, it's definitely... Oh, we're still walking in the snow there. Let me kill that. Look at I like the microphone emote. That's cool. Where was I here? So... Oh, yeah, my spreadsheet. So we have... Chris, 2000 Caesar. Your module is coming. Josh, Iculus, we've got your Ferox dice tube. That's timely. Also one for Mikey B. Your dice tube is coming. And then we have the Overgord print for Akrason. Ryan, yours is coming. And then the WGH, the World of Greyhawk reprint chip, GF Powers chip, that's coming. And the skeletal hoodie was won by Carlos this last Sunday. That is really high demand. That's going to go out. And then Mike, I still owe you the Tailspire code, Necromantic DM. We'll get that out to you as well. So all those are coming shortly and will happen this week.
Is that a McDonald's Sunday? What type of Sunday is that?
It's Dairy Queen.
Is Dairy Queen? Oh, man, I want more Dairy Queens out here. They're the
Dairy
best.
Queen is amazing.
All right, so we're just waiting on Rizia.
Everything.
We are 25 followers away from 2,000. There
Also,
she
John,
is.
I gotta send you a picture of something I'm printing right now because it is so cool.
I can't wait to see it.
It's
Hey, Jerry.
I love you. I
Okay.
miss you, Josh.
All right, so
I
I
miss
miss you too. Fly out here.
all right, so we're going to go ahead and do our Tailspire giveaway.
Yeah,
You can still enter !TS in the chat. Get you in that giveaway.
BS.
And you want to, so we'll give you another 5 seconds. Oh yes, I started to say that before I switched over. So we are sending a hoodie all the way to Iceland for Natasha as well. We've sent Natasha some stuff. Yeah, we don't restrict. We send things to London. We've sent things to like all over the world.
We add some junk.
Madagascar.
And yes, we do suck up all that shipping costs, but
Yeah, baby.
we just appreciate people that watch
suck
the
up
show,
more than
and
shipping.
we oh golly, Josh, you are incorrigible, dude, just incorrigible. You can look that up after the show, by the way. All right, so
What?
I said you can look that up
Josh,
after the
stop
show.
being sexy. God.
Stop being sick.
But you said we're going to talk about that after the show. I was like, oh no.
I finally got your attention, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's do the giveaway. And the winner of the Tailspire code is...
Natasha.
Where's my
Just
Nightbot?
kidding.
Yeah, that's always good when the codes are the things that go overseas.
Josh
and
still
the
has
winner
0,
is... Da-da-da. Nap Goblins! Nap Goblins, are you...
Yeah!
Is that you, Hub?
Having a girlfriend did something!
That's you, Hub? Okay.
My girlfriend!
John's like,
Yes!
no, we need to do another one.
No, we'll give that to her.
That's technically not me.
Yeah.
She's watching
true.
while she...
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the next giveaway that we have, we're going to kick this off, and we may have a third grand prize at the end of the stream today because we have had a really good, strong night tonight. The viewership has been fantastic. So if we finish strong, we'll add a third giveaway tonight. But we are going to give away one of these signed prints, these Mike Disney overgourds. It's got the Mike Disney signature here. It is awesome to have for Halloween. These are full color prints signed by the artist. Mike Disney. Check out the art of Mike Disney. Thank you, Ren Reb. Oh, for Rasmus.
I never enter the competitions while we're streaming, but I'm gonna have to tell you that if that overboard goes up, my name is being entered into the
Okay. All right. Well, let me
thank you.
let me set it up. Yes, thank you very much, Tracy. We appreciate that.
Friends
There's
Reb,
also
you're
a 1d4
amazing.
inspiration from
You're lovely.
my girlfriend. So, what does that get us?
That gets us
20?
24 healing damage.
I hate listening to you.
With Josh, I've learned whatever he says, just assume the opposite.
I hate your voice.
But there is a 1d4 inspiration. What is that? Is that to somebody?
Yes, that's gifted to somebody, and then that can be added to a die roll.
Okay, I'll tell her to give it.
Okay, so type exclamation point gourd in the chat. Exclamation
They wouldn't
point
give it to
gourd
me.
in the
Give
chat
it to Josh,
will get you
hopefully.
entered in the overgourd signed by Mike Disney giveaway. Exclamation point gourd in the chat. And with that, we're going to get right back into our game.
It actually goes to Val. Okay.
Okay, to Val.
It's the 1d4 inspiration.
Very nice.
Wow.
Well, Val was
Really
very
funny.
kind to you.
That's effed up.
Val was really
I think
kind
it makes
to
a
you.
lot of sense. Val was
does.
like, hey, don't even worry about a baby girl.
That's right. All right.
You can always have another one.
Okay, so party, as you move on, you go deeper and deeper, up higher into the Raker. Josh, I just can't look at you. I just can't look at you. So again, so you can see on the map here, this is the location. This is the Anna B. Meyer gorgeous cartography. And you left from Spine Castle, and now you've traveled up. You're about this far into the Raker, so you're heading up into this high peaked area. You don't know exactly what you're looking for. You know there's a temple here somewhere as part of an ancient keep that you've been told to seek. You have a general sense of where it's at, but you're not really sure exactly where it's at. And as you move higher into the mountains, the air grows more chill. Your breathing becomes more labored as the air becomes thinner. You see, Rizia seems to be fairly accustomed to this, and even in her weakened state, is not struggling as much as some others are. Anaho, in particular, even though he's not walking, he is very unaccustomed to thin air, having lived most of his life at best at ground level or beneath the ground. He's much more accustomed. Go ahead, Rizia.
Would I know anything about this temple just being in this area and stuff like that? Like I wouldn't have heard whispers or anything of this temple?
No, nothing. And remember, so just to help the crowd here, so where Rizia is from, she's actually originally from the coastal city of Marner, and she hasn't really revealed too much of her backstory yet, but. So she grew up in the shadow of the Raker Mountains, so she does have some geographic familiarity with the area.
That's what we're getting into tonight. Just asking Rizia 20 questions.
Hell yeah, let me get my notes.
Playing beer pong with
What language
Rizia.
is
She's healing from having her arm severed. I'm pretty sure she
Perfect.
doesn't want
Likes
to
the
talk
color.
You
about
don't need to fight right now. Don't fight it.
We'll fight it.
So as you move higher and higher, your footsteps squelching in the snow, your breathing labored. I'd like each of you to tell me something you think or something that you notice as you're traveling. You know, I like to do this every once in a while to keep you guys immersed in the game world. So as you look around, I've already described much of what you see. You can tell me something that your character is thinking about that you're willing to share, or something that your character notices. And let's start tonight with you, Anaho.
For Naho, he notices the stark contrast between the worlds that he's experienced. The typically more moist, damp, heavy air in the Underdark, the darkness, that everything's gloomy and hidden, where now everything is illuminated by the reflection of the sun on the snow. It's almost blinding between that and the wind and the thinness of the air, the dryness of the air. And just the difference between not only the worlds of the environment, but the worlds of the people that he's encountered. From what he explained about his life with the Drow, to this group that, no matter how much they're beaten, seem to stay together. So that's where he's at right now.
Very nice. Rizia.
As Rizia is walking in a very familiar place, she has an odd sense of just feeling like she's at home, but at the same time, she's really focusing on that pain that's shooting up and down her arm, and she's having flashbacks of the pain that was shooting up and down her leg. And just thinking back right from the beginning, from Relastra all the way here, and all of the people that have died along the way, just to get her to this point. And she's just looking, then she looks down at the back of her hand with her glyph and just looking at the time passing through.
Yes, and another day down off of the glyph. Let's go to you, Rasmus.
Rasmus, being at the back of the group, for once isn't paying a lot of attention. He's just walking. He's looking at the snow. His eyes are a little glazed, but every now and then he pops out of it and kind of checks his surroundings as he's trudging behind the group. But he continues on. He continues onward, just with his hand on the hilt of his sword, and he just feels the biting cold against his nose and his cheeks, even with his hood up. Just looking around at the heavy fur on top of his other fur of his breastplate. He keeps his eyes on the back of the person in front of him, then once again his eyes glaze and goes to a different time in a different space.
Nicely done. Rowan.
Can Rowan... Did Rowan see Rizia look at the back of her hand?
Yeah, Rizia is up front, so everything she's doing is quite visible to you.
I forget it. We're not on horseback, are we?
No, you left the horses behind.
We on feet.
That suck.
That's why. That's right. That's why Anaho is on Rasmus' shoulder.
Great.
Because the snow is almost
Put
as
him
tall
on
as he is.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
Rowan is kind of like using Val as like a physical support, but also emotional support. It's the physicality is emotional. Like there's like this like feeling, I feel like, between them that like Val knows that Rowan needs her right now. And so she's kind of like leaning on Val as they walk, kind of touching shoulder to shoulder each time. Rizia she notices that Rizia looks at her hand, and you hear Rowan. How much time you have left?
A lot more than you.
Oh.
That wasn't my question.
I think about, John, you said like 1/3 of mine is gone, right?
Yes. Yeah.
About a third.
So you would assume you've got maybe a little less than 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. Like, what about 3 weeks?
What about the rest of you? As she kind of like lazily motions a hand towards the rest of the group other than Val. What are you all fighting here for?
The the one up in the front is why I'm here.
The one up on my shoulder is why I'm here.
Val knows that you didn't motion to him, but he looks at you and just taps you on the shoulder and goes, "You're the reason I'm here."
Stop with the crack. Rowan kind of nods, but you don't share the same marking as she holds up her own hand.
Too smart for that one.
Little cocky there.
I mean, I'll give it to him. he was smart.
He was.
That is true, yeah. Rowan kind of like cracks a smile a little because absolutely he's right. And she directs us towards Rizzy in particular. So how'd you get it?
Not by choice. That spider girl tricked us, poisoned us into doing something for her. And then we got taken by Drax. Woke up with a glyph on the back of my hand. And we were all in cells. Except for Anaho, of course.
So you didn't get a choice.
Nothing's been my choice since I got to Relastra.
You could die. That would be your choice. So what's causing you to push forward?
I don't really fancy dying.
Some feel that way.
So why
And the
you
rest
push
of
on?
you. Oh, go ahead.
So how come you push on then? If you're seemingly okay with dying.
I had a husband once. And a son. And love makes you do crazy things. You go through time, years, millennia. And she kind of like, there's that dissociating like sound in the air as she almost like trails off and comes back. If I die, I die. But my reason for living is maybe seeing him again. My son.
Do you know where your son is?
The last time I saw him, he was but a babe. And he was surrounded by flames. Because of my husband. I wasn't able to get to him. But I never found a body when I came back. So he's out there. Both of them are out there.
We can both look for something after we deal with this.
Rowan,
Something.
Rowan.
Yeah.
By the way it sounds, you do not any longer fancy your husband, or do you?
He fancies me way more than I fancy him. And it's been going on like that for... How old are you?
187 years, I believe. Little hard when there's no sun.
Longer than that.
Well then. Once we are done here, and I have helped Luzia be free of this wretchedness, I perhaps could offer you some assistance.
I couldn't. You barely know me.
Yeah,
And I
barely
almost
knew
killed you.
her. Look, there's this weird thing that Rizia explained to me. It doesn't really sink in quite yet, but there are choices and there are needs and
Needs and wants.
Needs and
Needs
wants.
and
That's
wants.
right. Thank you, Rizia.
You're
They're so
welcome.
cute. I love
Still
them.
mess it up. Needs and wants, and I have no need to go back where I came from, and I don't know what I want, but inflicting a bit of pain with similar ways on your husband of sorts might be enjoyable to me. So I guess I want to inflict pain. I guess that's what Regia is teaching me, is that I want to inflict pain.
Yeah,
Thank
you do.
Regia.
You're welcome.
As
You
you're
sound
walking,
like my husband.
oh,
Oh,
I didn't want to cut this
Rasmus.
off. Was there anything more you wanted to say?
Oh, no, she just says, well, if you ever do want to inflict any pain on him, I hope you know how to fight a god.
you can see Anaho try to figure out something witty to say, and he's just
Gets dead quiet.
The wind howls a little louder.
As you're walking along, no perception check necessary. You see as the trees begin to grow thinner and further between, getting high enough that even the trees struggle to grow here this high in the Raker Mountains. The wind, bitter chill, actually even begins to push through these thick, heavy cloaks. You're not taking damage, but you are getting very cold. And then you are stunned. You look ahead, and each of you have to blink and sort of clear your eyes on a snow-covered rocky outcropping right next to the path. About 6 feet above the ground, the rock sort of juts out, and there is a man. From this distance, you're probably a good 40, 50 yards away. Call it 120, 150 feet. But it's clear. He's got white hair bound back in a ponytail. He wears saffron-colored pants. And he has no shirt on. And he just sits with his legs folded, staring straight ahead as the wind ruffles through his hair, and he's motionless.
Do I recognize him?
No, none of you have ever
Okay.
seen this person before.
Okay, perfect.
Do you stop? You continue moving forward?
If you would prefer Rasmus, if you put me down, he won't be able to see me well. He might have to unthaw me, but I could get there without him seeing me too.
I'm pretty sure he's already seen us. We're not too inconspicuous.
That is a fair point. Then how about we just run up there? It's cold back here.
The chat is guessing, is this anyone from Santa to Yaj Talks?
Yes.
You don't smell him
If
yet. so
if we
it's not
smell
yet.
him, we
No.
shoot on sight.
This
No, we shoot on smell.
this gentleman is very slender. Definitely not Yaj Talks.
Oh, that's hot. Rasmus is going to yell up to him. Hail! All goes.
Did you stop right where you are? Are you still a good 100 and something feet away, or did you get closer?
Once we're within like 50, 60 feet.
Okay. You call out, and at first you don't see any movement, but then you see his head slowly pivots in your direction. And even from this distance, you can see that his eyes are pure milky white. He kind of lifts his head as though he's either scenting or listening. And then
Let's go.
a smile. And he just lifts one hand off his lap and beckons.
Can we run now? It is cold. Can we run now?
I'm
running
sorry.
towards him, right?
Are you carrying an extra person? You can go for it. Please run. As he just kind of chuckles and will. I stay at the back of the group for good reason. If the rest want to run, I do not advise it, Rizia. Do not run.
Anaho will hop down and make all asserted efforts to run.
You just see his hair sticking up out of the snow. You're 2 foot what? 11?
11.
All right, no. So you can see like you see his forehead. It's like his nose is maybe just clearing the snow.
Rasmus keeps walking.
All right.
And unless I'm falling behind, I will make every asserted effort to just run to this guy.
You're gonna fall behind no matter what. I mean, yeah. Have you ever you're slow just walking through 2 feet of snow as an adult. You are covered almost to the top of your head in snow. So
Technically, you would be warmer walking in 2 feet of snow because you're 2'11" because you don't get the wind.
True.
Thanks, Canadian.
True, except his body heat is going to melt that snow, and he's going to become wet.
He is.
All right, thanks, Josh. All right, so you guys get as you get close to him, you can now see the age of this man is difficult to determine. His hair is clearly white. He looks old. You can tell while his body is fit. But he looks like he is quite aged, and yet very, very healthy. And he looks back over towards you, and now you can see his eyes are the purest milky white. And you have the distinct impression, just by the way he moves his head, that he is completely blind. And he speaks in a tone that is calming, not melodious, but just sort of carries a cadence to it. And he says, "Welcome, friends. Is it not a beautiful day?" And he lifts his head to the wind. You notice his skin is not even prickling with the cold.
Rizia is the first to speak. She's like, well, yes, it is. It is quite nice.
Ah, it is you, Rizia. Good.
Do we know this man?
Nope.
Who the heck is that?
I have no idea. How do you know my name?
The wind speaks to me. Sometimes it carries a name, sometimes a word, and I listen. And it has spoken much of you to me. In fact, you are why I'm here.
And
There are 5 of you. Yes?
I can't count.
Yes, there is 5.
He just turns and stares straight ahead again.
How close are we to him?
You're just 10 feet away now.
V?
Beautiful. What type of ears does he have?
He has normal, round human ears.
Okay.
And he just, you can tell he's meditating, and he just becomes very still. His breathing is calm in and out.
I do appreciate the view, friend. But is there some place that you would like to take us out of the cold?
No. But, Rizia, you are wounded.
Pretty severely.
I have a word for you. He beckons.
Can I sense motive before I go?
Sure you can. Go ahead. Roll. Actually, I'm going to roll this for you. What is your sense motive bonus?
+2.
+2? Okay.
+2. Yeah.
You feel a sense of calm and trust.
Okay, well then.
His motive seems pure.
Alright, well, I don't know what you roll, but she's gonna come in.
As you step forward, you can see again he's about 8 feet off, so you're about eye level. you can, it kind of ramps, the rocks ramp up. So you take a couple steps on the side of this outcropping that he's on, and he leans over and he whispers something in your ear. As he whispers, the words are in a language you've never heard. You cannot make anything out, but now it is, in fact, it's fluid and melodic. And as the words flow through you and into your ears, you suddenly feel a sense of rapture. You see Rizia, her back arches, her head throws back, and she, not in pain, not in the rictus smile that you saw inside the temple, but in pleasure. And she trembles. You guys are awful. You guys are just awful. she
gonna go for a break.
she
Man, he's good. He's old, but he can pull. Good for him.
You said he's old, but he can pull. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's old, but he can pull. Rizia, we'll give you like.
All want to take notes.
Yeah.
DM derailed. Yes, DM derailed.
Look
Right.
for him. We'll give you 10 minutes.
Open mouth, insert foot tap. He whispers something in your ear, and as the breath touches your cheek and the words go through your mind, you feel this trembling, and you see all of you, her whole body glows with a soft white light, and when the light passes, her arm is completely healed. She stands hale and strong, all abilities, all damage, completely healed. You feel like you've just rested for a week. Your heart feels lifted, your spirits feel lighter, and you have a sense of hope that just seems to permeate you. You can't help but kind of stagger back. And he just smiles and then turns his head back forward in his meditations.
She's like completely has no idea what's going on, and she'll literally just turn to the group and be like, I don't know that guy and don't know what just happened. And she'll look at her glyph though. The first thing she'll do is she'll look at her glyph.
Is it gone?
She's like,
Unfortunately, the glyph remains and is unchanged. But as you do this, the moment you look at your hand, he speaks again. Ah, yes, your burden. You must carry it. It is your purpose. I do not mean to speak in riddles. This is nothing anyone would ever like. But I am bound by certain rules. I will offer you this. I have a few moments with you now. I can give you 3 pieces of information. If you will tell me 3 things that those among you hide in your hearts, even from one another. And I will answer 3 questions. If each of you can tell me 3 things in this wide world that I may not know. This is the help I can offer.
the first question. What is your quest?
No. So the deal is you first have to give him
Holy Grail.
you have to give him 3 things from among you that you have kept hidden, even from each other, before he will reveal information to you.
Reveal your secrets, Syria. I want to hear them.
She doesn't really have anything on her. That's everything she had. The flower that she had was singed, and the necklace that she had, she gave away already.
But this is for any of you.
Memories.
This is for this is for anybody in the group.
Reese needs to open book.
Yeah, like
This is
talk.
Rizia.
Secrets.
Perhaps I could
You knew I would kick off the laden swallow. I knew that was going to happen. Go ahead.
That's what they call it.
Perhaps I could assist in starting this whole thing. Rasmus, if you'd take me over to the gentleman.
He'll walk 20 feet back.
Oh, Rizia will
Hey.
do it because she's feeling strong. She's like, "Don't you worry, baby. I'm gonna come get you." Because she's feeling like so strong because she felt like crap and she was almost dying. So she's gonna come and pick you up before
Right.
before Rasmus even gets there.
When she walks back, he's going to turn to the wise man. Wise man, this is not a. I guess it is a question, but
Why do you call me wise? There is none wise. My name is Adoram. You may call me that.
Where's my freaking notes?
His name Imran?
Adoram.
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 Ba 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 ram.
Shut up.
Adoram.
Off the rails.
Rasmus spontaneously combusts.
In the groin.
By the gods. Not yet he learned Fireball.
Yeah.
Revenge.
That was actually going to be it. All are wise that learn from others' mistakes. Those that are smart learn from their own mistakes. So, wise man Adoram, is there any way I can possibly learn what you just did for my comrade?
I can tell you how I did this, if this is one of the 3 questions you would ask me. But you must then first satisfy my requirement.
I wish not to take up one of the 3 that our companions may need, so please hold on to this for a moment, as this is the moment that I'm guessing Anaho is delivered.
I sent you a Discord, by the way, Rizia.
Oh, sick.
Go ahead, Anaho.
So when Rizia brings Anaho over there and sets him down, he'll pat out a little bit of area in the snow to pack it down quickly, just so he doesn't lose his things. It is information, hidden information that you seek. Am I correct? I want to make sure I understand.
Again, I will give 3
Yes.
pieces of information to you
Yes.
in exchange for 3 things that you have kept hidden in your hearts, even from one another.
Okay, well, if I'm wrong in this, I become very cold, and so be it. And he'll take off his fur, lay it down on the ground, and from there he'll put his pack, and he'll take off upper part of his armor, his leathers, his shirts, and just expose his upper body. Throughout the previous weeks, you've seen markings come up his neck, but now you can see the markings wrap down his back and around his chest. And it's actually a collage of tattoos that are horrifically marked onto his back with some kind of ink. Definitely not done nicely, but it's a very clean picture. On me is the markings of the drow, except for one patch in the back. I don't know if this is hidden in my heart or information you don't know, but that mark on my back is left blank for 2 reasons. One is because I am lower than the dirt. And you can tell that it's not just a statement, it's a belief. And it's not just a matter of location, being in the Underdark. I am lower than dirt, the absolute epitome of darkness and nothing. And so that spot is left blank because nothing is allowed to be put there. It is also the striking spot for the drow to drop a slave instantly. So I hide this from anyone to not show the target on my back and to try to not remember my placement in this world.
He nods somberly, his hair white and silvery wafting in the wind. Thank you, Anaho. But you are wrong. You are not as you see yourself. You are much more. And in return for this, I tell you something of great import to all of you. The burden that you carry, Rizia, and your comrade, this burden is not all that it seems. There is something much greater at play here. The gods themselves. There is a force awakening within the Flanness, and it will require heroes. You may not see yourself as such, but you are. There will be heroes across this land, all that will be needed. The darkness comes. Realize the burden you carry is much more than you think.
So that was information given both ways, and now from that, we get the question, correct?
For a question, you must tell me something in this wide world that I don't already know. Information for information about yourselves. Question for knowledge about the world. This is the bargain I am permitted.
Okay. Well, you guys think I'm gonna put my stuff back on. I'm cool.
Is there punishment for telling you something that you may already know?
No, of course not.
The information that you're giving, does it have to pertain to the information that we give?
No. This is not the bargain.
Three pieces of information.
One is already fulfilled in what is in your heart. He, very patient, not in a rush, he just, again, lifts his head to the wind, and you see he folds his hands back in his lap and just listens.
Chad is awful.
Chad is awesome. You become a
Awfully
smurf.
awesome. I know.
Thank you with a wet noodle.
All right, guys.
Ooh, Rizia's just kind of battling because she doesn't want
Come on,
to say it, but
Rizia.
she does.
Come on,
Dang, but she's
Rizia.
desperate.
Do it.
Rizia will step up, and she's going to speak as quiet as possible, which is very odd for her. She's trying not to be heard and only be heard by this man.
Well, I'm right next to her, right?
Rasmus
That's fine.
wants to
We
catch
all roll
this.
perception.
Yeah, I want to be able to hear this.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Everyone
perception.
stop listening.
Go ahead, Rizia.
Listen, when he's blind, his other senses are heightened. So technically, I can speak very quietly. When I'm
yeah.
She's like,
something that I've kept hidden for a bit of information.
He nods.
For as long as I can remember, I've been searching for Snoran's gold.
You whisper this so quietly, but is clearly part of this bargain. All of you hear on the wind itself, she seeks for gold. He looks at you and he smiles. Ah, yes. And this is why. Have you seen the orcs? They comb the hills.
As have I.
They are close. What you seek is here. Perhaps a half day up this mountain. You will find a cave. This cave can only be found when you see a large oak tree gnarled in such a shape as to look as though a trident juts from the ground. 3 massive branches forked, the trunk tallest. When you see this, turn from the path, hike through the wilderness, and you will find the cave. But be warned. You will have to pass through death to find what you seek. And when you find it, it could be both more and less than what you search for.
It doesn't matter what it is.
He nods.
And you see her whole demeanor shift. Because you said half a day. And
That's half a day.
She's looking down at her hand and she's like, she's not even paying attention to anybody. Like, she is just eyes fixated in that direction that he has told her. She is like dead set on that. She doesn't remember anything. She doesn't care about anything else. That's what she's looking at right now.
You see this sense of purpose come over her. Very funny, by the way. Itwitch 3940. So, no, he's not Tom Bombadil, but it's funny you should mention that. I played. I had a 4th Age campaign in Lord of the Rings of Middle Earth that I ran early on in Blue Box. This was almost 3 years ago. And the party actually did encounter Tom Bombadil, but this was before I was saving stuff and putting into YouTube, so it's lost forever. But he was like singing and rhyming and all of that, and it was so much fun to play that. Those that were there, that he wasn't rapping. No, sorry. But it was. But no, this is not Tom Bombadil. All right. So you guys have given 2 pieces of the information hidden within your hearts, and he has given you 2 very important pieces of information in return. Mm-hmm. You have 1 more of those, and then you have the opportunity to ask 3 questions if you can give information about the broader world that he does not know.
Amazingly so. As crappy and awful as Relastra is, no offense, Anaho, the melons there are fantastical. Did you know that? I don't think that anybody would have guessed that you could find such a wonderful and divine fruit in such an awful town.
He laughs a rich, warm laugh. It's as though you can hear the wind laughing with him as it zephyrs through the branches, and the snow that is knocked from these pine trees kind of twinkles down, glinting in the sunlight that's now moving past noon and heading toward afternoon. And as his warm, rich laughter slowly subsides, this indeed is good information. I will permit a question. I did not know. I did not know one could find good melons in a place like Relastra.
Same. I have a question. Does anybody else have a question they want to use?
Perhaps, but
I've gotten the information I need.
sounds like you and Rasmus have the at least 2 outstanding questions at the moment. I'm not sure if there are others.
He looks towards Rizia. You know this area much more than I do. You would be the one to ask for directions on where the temple is. I have my own question. I can figure out the information he may not know.
We seek a temple that holds the bone of a child.
I know what you seek,
Sick.
and it holds much more than just that. In fact, what you seek is directly in the path of the first truth that I gave you. When you move past the cave that you seek, in another day's journey, the road will fork. As you reach the peak, you can stay to the right. This will carry you over the tops of the mountains. If you move to the left at this fork, a few miles ahead, you will find a small outpost called the Last Chance. The Last Chance is a place you can find respite and food. Seek the innkeeper. The innkeeper there within the Last Chance, who mans the tavern. Yanin. He can tell you where what you seek lies.
Rasmus will clap Rizzy on the back slightly. It is on the way.
It is. And you see, like, even when you're talking to her, her eyes are still fixated on that point in which in what direction he pointed. She's fixated on that. And you can just see this, like, shit-eating grin on her face. Like, she's just like, yep, cool. I don't really care. Like, when are we leaving?
Sick.
All right.
Rasmus, it sounded like you had a question. Rowan, not sure about you.
Yeah, Rowan, is there anything you need? You're looking for? I'm pretty sure you're looking for something. Hey, get clocked.
I hate you. Not unless yours is less selfish than mine.
It's less selfish, but selfishness is not bad.
No, it's
For the
not.
rest, for the rest of you, my selfishness is.
Wait, does it have to do with you finding your husband so I can help torture him? That's not selfish. Do it for me.
I would say less of the god and more of the child.
Maybe that god has to do with you, God.
Would you guys just shut up and let her ask the damn question already?
Well, she has to provide information first.
Let her provide the information. I have stuff I need to do. Let's wrap this up.
Rizia has just gotten very impatient.
Yeah, she's like, let's
Who's like,
go.
stop antagonizing her?
Impatient.
She'll, as Rizia's like, just shut up and let her ask her question. Rowan will make like eye contact with Rizia, if possible at all. And then,
No.
yeah, well, you know.
Unless you're standing in front of me, I'm like there. I'm there. Nowhere else.
It's fine, it's fine. She's gonna look at Rizia, regardless if she makes eye contact or not. And look at the rest of the group. Right now, what I want is exactly what she wants. And she holds up her hand. Wherever she goes, I go. Ask your question, Rasmus.
You got something to offer, Rasmus.
Enter exclamation point Gord in the chat if you haven't already. We'll be doing our Mike Disney Overgord giveaway just momentarily.
Babe, do
As
the
you
court
s-
thing, please.
As you say that, actually, you could see Rizia's eyebrows furrow. And she breaks away from that point and she looks directly at you. You don't want to ask about your son.
I'm scared of knowing. And then she'll look back at Rasmus.
Do you want to spend your whole life wondering?
She ignores that. Still looking at Rasmus.
I'm only 38 and I've spent my whole life wondering. And it's been awful. You say you're thousands years old? You've done this multiple times, over and over. I don't know. Nobody has known anything about this gold for years, for decades. This is the first information I have gotten. Clear information. I don't know if you're going to get this chance again. Think about it. And then she boom, right back to that spot.
Like a homing pigeon.
Yep. Said what she had to say and she's back.
All right, guys.
Rasmus will look over towards Rowan and cock an eyebrow.
It's like I said. Following her gets this off. And it gets me what I want.
We still have two questions, though.
Me and the otherworldly being made a deal. And I intend on that deal being made.
Adamus stands and just kind of stretches out. It's the first time you've seen him stand.
Doesn't care at all.
He's pretty tall. He looks off.
Is he hot?
Oh, hell yeah.
So, Adamus, that was
He
new
is fit.
information. Hidden in our heart. Does that count?
It does not have to be the same person offering as asking the question.
Yeah, that's
Three.
what I'm asking. Does that information count so we can ask a question?
I'm sorry, what information?
What Rowan just...
That she
Oh,
made
I
a
see.
pact with
Her
another
soul.
deity.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
think about that.
Yeah.
Rasmus and Anaho just stand back like.
Patros said Omar Gord was his lefty druid, and Robert said Rizzy is going to get melancholy if this goes on much longer. All right,
This
he
sounds like
nods.
a
He nods
specific
at Rowan. This is accepted. Any of you may ask a question.
I already have my information to give, Rowan. Looks like you've got to ask a question.
She'll like look at the rest, and like her face is visibly frustrated, almost like she's at a loss. And at this point, she's like, "Give me something to ask him. Anything that'll get this bloody thing off of me."
It was your information, and as such, it is your question.
This feels.
In full frustration, she looks at this blind man, dead in his whatever eyes, whatever they're doing.
Dead in his dead eye.
His milky white
His
eyes.
dead eye, his milky
Ooh,
white eyes.
Love the milky white.
And oh, I have two different things I could ask.
Ooh, baby.
Hi.
Never
Okay.
mind.
that's one of
No,
them.
that's what your kid is.
Both are terrible. Unfortunately. Almost saddened, she asks, shit. How close is Osiris to me? Osiris being her ex-husband.
And you mean, are you asking how close physically he is, or emotionally?
Emotion?
Physically.
Verbally?
Physically.
As she asks that, she says, "He's been searching for me for as long as I can remember. This is why I have it."
He nods, and you can see there's almost the first hint of sorrow that you've seen in his eyes, as though he knew of questions that you might ask, and this one has brought him sorrow. He yet seeks you. There is malice in his heart. But he is nowhere close. He is in a town called Hardby, many hundreds of miles from here. That is your second question. You may have one more question answered or one more piece of information. My time grows short.
Anaho taps Rasmus. Looks like it is your turn.
And he's going to look at the group. If we have any more information we need to grab, mine is only to see if I can learn what it is he was able to do for Rizia.
I am sure you can learn it. I don't know if that's the question, but
I think the only other question we could have is if we collect this bone, who do we give it to?
or should we give it to
Or should
what's his face? That's
Drax,
stinking. Yeah,
or-
Drax. Or the mage.
the white stone guy?
Yeah, the devil mage
The
thing.
Fiend Sage.
Fiend
Freaky.
The
Sage.
Fiend.
freaky guy. Or if we should just not deliver it at all. Will we die?
No,
On being delivered.
it delivers to somebody. And it delivers to the fiend.
Sure, so there's a lot of questions in there.
No, there's one answer.
But what you are asking, Rasmus, is as Rizia did from me with Yarj. But you learning, not if you can learn, but how to learn it.
Exactly.
Then you help all those around you, not just...
Make a wisdom check. Roll d20 and add your wisdom, Rasmus, please.
I don't have a good wisdom. I'm going to use all 5 of the +1s that I got from Rinred. That's who it was.
A wise decision.
I think I'm going to use it, turn that into advantage.
That's right, Robert.
Yeah, advantage. Because I don't have a great wisdom.
Where lies the most valuable unguarded treasure?
Oh, okay.
Great.
Fuck. Now I know.
Cocked that with the advantage. That's an 18, just straight wisdom.
Okay.
Am I trying to roll below my wisdom or
No. I had you roll d20, add your wisdom, and then add your 5. 18.
Okay.
Total of 18.
My 5.
Oh, I thought you said you were using 5.
Advantage.
Oh no, I use.
Oh, you use advantage. Okay. You are wise enough to recognize there is danger in that question. In the sense that you could get an answer, but the answer might be something which remains utterly unobtainable to you, right? So
Exactly.
it's not a guarantee that the answer to that question would give you the ability and or even the access to the ability. Now, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying you simply recognize that there is a potential for lack of useful information from a question like that. You know, if he tells you, I'll use a hyperbolic example. If he tells you, you must be born on a Tuesday, 150 years ago to do this, that does you no good, right? So just be aware of that.
So I must get the bits from the Watchers to be able to have this power. Understood. Thank you, John.
No, that's actually not the answer, but go ahead.
There is no point in delaying, Rasmus.
All right, we have just a few minutes. We do have to wrap up here because it is Vivi's short night. So
All Vivi's fault.
Provide your information. Ask your questions.
we went like almost 4 hours last week. So
Yeah, come on. Why can't we go 4 hours again?
I wasn't here.
Because I work, but you guys can continue if I'm gone.
no.
I do
Never.
believe, Rasmus, that you just told Rowan that at least it is better to know than to not.
He nods.
And we will always remember you after your death anyway, so...
And there is a reason I carry those that have died with their stories as well.
You notice Rizia start taking steps in the direction of which she pointed. It's almost like pulling her magnetically, like she's just too impatient.
Adoran. There was once a knoll. A kind and yet shunted and bullied knoll. A knoll that was born with abilities and yet was born handicapped. He was bullied for this and he was pushed around, and as such I carry his sins with me. I carry many sins with me, and let me tell you of his life and the things that he has done and things that he did. And Rasmus will go into it, and sadly, Rizia, it will take a little while as he will begin telling Adoram of this knoll. The knoll that they had fought so many sessions ago, a knoll wizard that was born physically handicapped, bullied, shunned, but found the spark to do magic and then became powerful through its use of magic, and how it became useful to its clan and to its people. But that it fell by his blade when they came into contact, but he still carries its words with him. And when he's speaking this, he's holding out that journal that he's opened up every other night to write things in. And he reads from this page, written about and through the perspective of this gnoll. And he'll close the book and he'll wipe a little bit away and he'll retie the journal and put it back away.
Adoram nods. This is acceptable. For all of our chatters that don't know, this is an ability that Rasmus, Josh's character, has. If it's a humanoid creature that he actually has the death blow upon, he, with touch, can receive sort of last words. He can feel from the departing spirit of this slain humanoid something about its life, about its final thoughts, or about its motivations. And what he just referenced was something that he learned many, many sessions ago, and he has carried with him all this time. Nicely done. So we're going to stop there because you still have a piece of information. She has to go. We have a giveaway to do. I want to say thank you to all the mad chatters tonight. Not exactly a cliffhanger, but kind of a cliffhanger. You guys have got some information coming. Rizia has finally, after all of these years, a lead. You have now a sense of something connecting. So, very important words were used if you were listening to what Adoram said. Each word had meaning.
Well, I didn't have a piece of paper in front of me, but
Yeah,
I had
I did my
all these
best.
tiny little post-it notes.
I
wrote
did
them
my
all on,
best.
like, all these tiny little.
But fortunately, we have Manda.
Thank you, Amanda.
All right, so quickly, if you're in the chat, please go ahead and give us a follow. I see some new first-time chatters. We're at 1,975. We want to get to over 2,000 by the end of October, which we should be able to do. So if you haven't given us a follow, we won't do our thing just for sake of time, but please give us a follow. We appreciate all the follows, all the subs. Now, we're going to do Stream MVP. Stream MVP gives 2,500 experience points to whichever of these amazing role players receives the Stream MVP vote from the chat. And then we will have each one of them will roll for one of you for the Mike Disney Overgourd giveaway. So when you see your name pop up in the chat, you have not yet won. You are in the giveaway to possibly win. And so we'll have 4 of you. Actually, we'll do 5 because I'll roll for someone since Becca is out tonight. And so let's go ahead and we're going to have each of you. So Rasmus, you're going to tell me why Rizia should be MVP. Rizia, you're going to tell me why Rasmus. And then likewise, Rowan and Anaho. And Rizia, let's let you go first because I know you have to leave here in just a moment. Tell us why Rasmus should be Stream MVP as we listen to our Blue Box theme song.
Mute
First
her.
of all, Rasmus should be, Josh should be Stream MVP because look at them guns. First of all, let me just say that.
These are nothing. I haven't been in the gym in a week.
Sorry. Also, okay, so Rasmus should be Stream MVP for wonderful healing to everybody in the group. Sorry, I had to think about it for a minute. I was like, wait, I wasn't ready. Okay, Rasmus came in and put himself at risk, even though Rizia was also very injured. He was also very injured as well. Taking the salty balls to the face in order to help aid Rizia.
I hate you all so much.
We can't say it enough. There's no such thing as too much.
Yes, so healing everybody in a sense, and dealing with in that wonderful RP with Rowan, where Rasmus, you could tell that he is taking it all in, but he's not making a comment, and that shows a lot about his character and who he is as a person, not being like, hey, look at that thing, and just taking a moment to kind of just absorb what he's seen. And then also, what else did you do, Josh?
I don't freaking know. I did nothing.
And then being courteous and asking about just this great RP with this guy, and kind of leaving the group in the sense where it's like, hey, not being like, I have a question to ask, but I'm again going to be polite and wait my turn and see what everybody else has to say.
Very nice. Okay.
Polite boy.
And so you,
Polite boy.
Rizia, and I will roll on your behalf. Rizia, I will be rolling on your behalf for Tracy. Tracy 70.
Okay, wait, I have to go to work, but if I win,
Yes, if you win, you will get it. We will absolutely do
I'll watch
that.
it on my phone while I go to work.
Okay,
Like,
all
I'll
right.
put it on my
Thank you, Rizia. Go ahead and leave your cam on if you don't mind, so we don't get all our
Yeah,
views
leave that
messed
cam
up.
on.
And
I'm gonna
stop
turn
it,
my
Josh.
camera off. Just kidding.
All right. So let's go next to you, Josh. Tell us why Rizia should be Stream MVP.
Rizzy should be Stream MVP because even with a freaking just badonkadonk arm that was just useless, she was still using one arm to swing a great axe to kill this freaking giant furry dude. Or furry woman thing, female giant, and still knock this thing down, and then literally in her final moments drops to bleed out due to just bleeding so much. But she literally takes this creature out with her. Now let's step away from that. Rizia feels a connection to Rowan, but does not say anything about it in the roleplay, but says that she takes note of this and that
Yes.
it is something that Rowan would like to, or Rizia would like to say. Oh, look at Rowan, Rizia. Wow, too many R names. Rizia goes on from that to help lead the group through this cold area because she knows this area so well, and then sees Adoram, and Adoram knows her. She goes up, gets fully freaking healed by the healer known as Adoram Pat Draws. She was healed. She got info about where her path is supposed to lead, and she actually has like a lead for the first time in years. So we're getting Rizzy a backstory, and then from there she's sticking to her character with just pulling the Taldar. She's just trying to walk onward and keep walking and leave us behind, but she's also being smart about it and staying with the party and being there. And also the role play with Rowan being like, you gotta know, we're here for you. Come on, baby girl. And she was like, no. But that's why.
All right. Nicely done. Nicely done. And yeah, she had a great night tonight. Josh, you will be rolling for Natasha, our Iceland fan. Natasha, are you still with us? Let us know.
She's still with us, of course.
I love having people that watch our stream from all over the world. It makes me so happy. Thank you, everyone. Now let's go to you, Rory. Tell us why Rowan should be Stream MVP.
Pat Draws for MVP.
So
But don't forget, it wasn't just Pat. So Pat gave the 5,000, but we also had one from Robert, Phantom NJ, and I believe Pat66 had cashed in as well channel points. So there was a lot of help coming from the chat. Go ahead.
Thank you,
Rory.
all three Pats. And Robert.
Rowan should be Stream MVP because she decided to burn her hand, and we all know how much she likes to drink, so that's a bummer. But she burned her hand, forced a transformation. It turned into a werewolf, and went after the creature, downed the creature, and then came after Naho. That's another issue. But she then continued with the group, and just the RP that Hob had with the group, especially as we're walking, and there's this kind of like, why are you guys going forward? What's your motivation? And then kind of leading into some of her backstory and her ex-husband, as well as her unknown missing child.
The role play with the wound and all that was absolutely fantastic.
Backstory.
It was fantastic.
Emotional.
All right, well done. Rory, you will be rolling for... And please stay with us. We will raid tonight. We have a good target for our raid. Another Greyhawk stream. Guild Superior Dave running Heroes of Greyhawk. We're going to raid him in just a moment. So stay with us and make sure you say hi to him. But also, this vote, it means something to these players. And you will be rolling for... Oh, let's go! Myamorph Tom! You are in the running. By the way, if any of you already have the Overgourd, we'll replace that with something else. We'll make sure that you still get something good. And I know Tom is still in. Last but not least, tell us, Hob, why Anaho should be Stream MVP.
You're muted, you dingus.
Sorry, we're just talking about how amazing Anaho is. I was like, you know what? I think one of my favorite things, which is why I think Anaho should be Stream MVP, is his willingness to like open up about like he's like opened up about his like drought past, and like we all know about that. He has the dagger. It all kind of like it bleeds in a little bit. But not once did I think that Anaho would be the kind of guy to have a full tattoo. Now, granted, is it trauma? Absolutely. But is it cool? Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I love it. Oh, it's
Pretty cool.
traumatized.
It's traumatized. Literally that.
Open the gates.
I just have such a big appreciation for Anaho just because, like, his backstory is so interesting. So being able to, like, see more of it and see, like, trauma done to his body physically, not only mentally, but, like, that
Right.
physicality, and it's forever.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's such a big thing, and, I think that's why he should be streamed MVP. That's such a big thing that he didn't share with anybody, and I don't think anyone expected him to just go full tattoo from neck all the way down.
Yeah. And he's lower than dirt, and that was fantastic. All right, so you will be rolling for Mikey B.
Mikey B.
So you got Mikey B, and then I will be rolling for the Azig. The Azig, brand new follower last week. Are you with us still, Azig?
Yo,
I know
Azig,
Mikey B's in. I just saw him chat. Azig, are you still in?
Azig.
Let me see. I don't think Azig is in. I don't see them in the chat. That's unfortunate. All right, so I'm going to have to roll again to see who I am rolling for. And it is Larry Kingra. I know he's in. I just saw him chat. Larry Kingra. You are in the giveaway. Me, please. Yes. You are in the. Oh, Azig. Okay. So,
we'll have to do both.
We'll do both of you then. Azig, I'm sorry, I didn't see. Oh, because it's
we
the Azig, and I was looking in the A's. All right, so I'll roll for both of you. And let me see. Azig is a sub. And
Come on, baby.
Larry is.
Ooh, look at
they're
Rasmus
both
go.
subs. All right, so here we go. Let's go around quickly and make the rolls. I'm going to have you roll for both yours and for Rizia. So go ahead, Josh.
Oh, freak. I'm rolling for who?
Vote for Rasmus.
Rizia, Amanda can tell us who it was.
Yeah, because I know I was rolling for Natasha.
Yeah, you've got Natasha. No, I gave Rizia's to Josh.
Okay. So who we?
Aegis,
Come on.
got it.
Tracy. I'm rolling for Tracy. So
Okay.
Tracy is a subscriber. That's gonna be. I'm so sorry, Tracy. That's a 10 as the high.
Okay. All right, and then the other roll.
And then Natasha, I'm doing
For Natasha?
2 different dice. Natasha, that is a 19 as the high for Natasha.
Okay, Natasha, you're in the lead. I'm going to be sending something else. Well, I guess if I'm going to do that, I'll send it in the same package. That's because I haven't sent the sweatshirt out yet. All right, so, but there's still many rolls to go here.
Many rolls to go.
Please vote for Stream MVP, upper right-hand corner of your window. You can make the difference for one of these players, not just the XP, but they love the recognition. Let's go to you, Anaho. Go ahead.
Rolling for MVP.
Okay, I have Captain
Rasmus.
Maya
Shit.
and that is a 16.
All right, let's go to you, Hob. Sorry, Tom.
Come on,
1, 2, 6.
Do better.
What am I just? It's just a straight roll, right?
Yes,
Yep,
just a
20.
straight roll.
Yeah, 17. Good.
It is good, but not
would be
good
good if it
enough,
wasn't
unfortunately.
My amazing roll.
All right, so then I'm going to roll now, first of all, for Larry Kingra, a sub, and the high of those two is a 15, so Natasha is still in the lead. Now the ageist, here we go. It's a 15 again. Natasha, you have now 2 coming. You have won the Overgord print, and you have the hoodie coming, so we'll get that in the same package out to you this week.
Yeah,
and the vote,
Natasha.
oh, it's so close, 13 to 12. By 1! Rizia just beat out Rasmus by 1 vote. All right, outstanding. Thank you, Mad Chatters. Thank you, everyone, for all the subs, all the follows. We're only 25 followers away from 2,000. So as we prepare to raid, we do have one question for you tonight. If you're watching the show and you haven't followed, if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired and you have not resubbed, or if you're not in our Discord, why would you not be in our Discord? It's so much fun. We have one question for you tonight. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. We'll be back tomorrow night with Lore Masters Arcanum. Hey, thank you for joining us, Captain Careful7. We appreciate that follow. We'll be back tomorrow night with Lore Master Arcanum. That's a quick 1-hour talk show, and we'll be talking about Castles and Crusades, the Friday Night Crusades show that we run here on Friday. Rob, Phantom NJ, will be, as always, my guest host, and we'll be talking all kinds of fun things about Castles and Crusades and the Friday Night Crusades campaign that he has been running. And then also mark your calendar, so we'll be back our first stream of Fall of Red Dawn, DM by Rory, will be happening this Sunday at 4:15 Central. Brand new campaign kicking off on Sunday at 4:15 Central. Fall of Red Dawn, DM by Rory. That's going to be fun. And then mark your calendars. October 28th. That's Friday, October 28th. We will have the one-shot follow-up to last year's smash hit Overgord one-shot that I ran with Mike Disney. Only one of the characters lived. Sir Finn ran away as the rest of his comrades died. And so we will be running Friday night, 5:30 Central Time, October 28th, Return to the Patch. We will return to the patch on Friday the 28th. And that is going to be a lot of fun. So, Mark, all right, so we're going to go ahead and raid our friends at Guild Superior Dave. Final thoughts, any of you, to our amazing Mad Chatters?
Rowan for MVP.
I don't know about that.
No.
Now, don't start acting like you like each other.
Rowan had an MVP.
Hey, Josh.
Yes, Daddy.
Just be careful for those swinging spheres, brother. Rating now.
Yo,
Blue Box signing out.
Be careful of rogue nuts.